Just got the signal going
Atta
live.
boy.
I got 28 people. I was looking at a black screen. 26 people because 2 of them got tired of waiting.
They got tired of waiting. They also were obsessed with the thumbs down, I think.
Do I have thumbs down already?
Dude, you had like 9 thumbs down and 7 thumbs up.
That
was just like,
before we even started.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, wait a minute, what does that mean? Like, how is that even possible? But I mean, I'm there, so okay, I get it. Fine.
All right, so I need to pop out the chat screen so I can chat with my 9 thumbs downers. Pop out chat. Oh my God, it's too early for me to do this stuff. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Aloha.
How are you?
Oh my God, dude, are you kidding me? I got to wake up this morning. I'm living the dream.
That's a very, very, very good attitude.
Yep, so far so good, man. So far so good. I'm a fan.
All right. Minimize, maximize, maximize, minimize.
It's best if you maximize.
Well,
if not, I have blue pills that can.
But I'm a minimalist.
Massive value. That's true. You were bald before I was.
I think being a minimalist is a whole lot easier than having Ferraris or Rolls Royces like someone used to have.
Oh, okay.
Gray poop on.
So somebody's been listening to my channel, for Christ's sake. What the hell? You eavesdropping?
As a moderator, sometimes.
Oh, that's right.
It's nice to glance at the channel that you are moderating to see if someone is talking about your haircut or not.
Well, I will say, dude, if there's nothing you don't do well, you judge very well, and so I really appreciate you being a guy with a spanner. How many guys on your channel call it a spanner?
I don't even know what that word means.
Oh, it means wrench. It's basically a slang word.
Wrench?
Spanner. Wrench. Yeah, but of course with their accent, it's like they call it a spanner.
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 You always go with the Boston Spanner.
You gotta the Boston Strangler. That guy was a fucking bastard.
Was a bad guy, but the Boston Spanner was a good guy. It was
Boston Spanner was good. That's true. His buddy was a cop down in Saudi. He used to run the marathon every day.
I cannot drink this coffee fast enough, people.
What?
Oh my God! 4
Can you guys tell?
And here we are.
Can you guys tell which bald guy goes out in the sun?
Okay, back when Mike used to drink. This is before.
Because you remember that.
This is before Mike. And this is where's my finger pointing? This is after not drinking, Mike.
Oh.
Hey, you have a tan. You have a tan now.
I always sort of
maybe it's
did.
the lighting. Because you have such good lighting in the living room.
Well, I got my ring, right? I mean, without that, without that, I'm even darker, for God's sake. So thank goodness.
Good morning, everybody. Just to say hello, good morning, and salutes, and all the moderators. Thanks for stopping by. This is Mike's morning idea. Mike's morning idea coffee jam.
Coffee jam.
No, so you said the other day that someone on your channel asked when we were going to do this again.
Yeah. I've actually had a couple of guys ask that. Well, I mean, you got to remember that. I mean, look, it's no secret that I got over 1,000 subs because of you and our relationship, sure. And you coming on the thing. Absolutely. If I could shake a Coke can with change in it, strictly for entertainment value, I would.
Coke can.
Oh, here we go. And where's the squirrel?
Oh, hold on. I got a centipede in the house. I got it. No kidding. I can't turn the camera to it, but there's a big giant centipede here. Gotta get
giant centipede. Come on, man. It's maybe that. See, define giant. I know how he's using that word wrong. One of the things I'm also trying to do is I got these folks that I basically do consulting for, and they have a new.
I call it giant. But he's all scrolled up now. But
define. Okay. I believe you believe that's giant. I think your microphone's bigger. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying. Anyway, what I was saying is I'm working with these folks, and I'm basically beta testing some of their live streaming software. And yeah, absolutely. Oh, geez, Rob, I hope that's not loud enough.
Hey, there we go.
Can you make it
Dude.
louder? That would be rad.
Can I what?
Can you make it louder when you shake it like that?
No, I was trying to find a bell yesterday, and
Ding, ding,
couldn't
ding, ding,
find
ding.
one. Yeah, it's better
Yeah.
than that sound. Even though
Every
that
Good
sounds
Morning
like
show.
actual money.
Oh, dude, you know what is really pissing me off? Over your right shoulder, there are these hinges that are like 3,000 times the size of that centipede. I don't even know. How do you have so many
You know
subs?
what? But I know. Even on
How do
your even on your stream that you still joke about it. But
I know.
it is so distracting. It is so
Oh
distracting.
my
to see
God,
those-
it is not.
those- well
For
to-
me, it's
to-
not.
To
I mean,
my
I've got
super,
massive ADD.
my super squirrel fans.
Yeah, that's true.
Super squirrel. Actually, I think the person that used to complain about it isn't even. I don't even know if they're subscribed. Yeah, they actually are. They are subscribed, or they were subscribed.
What's his channel name? Thumbs down?
His channel name is I hate doorhinges.com or something
Got
like
it.
that.
Oh, .net, I think. I think
.net.
.com was already there, yeah. I think Lowe's had .com.
Joseph, Todd, Mitch. Hey guys, thanks everybody for stopping by. Who else is here? Captain Momo, Big D. Really?
Big D, burr, burr.
He got that on YouTube. His name is Big D.
Big D.
I'm
Good for
actually
him.
wait. I gotta turn the microphone around for that one. Big D.
Oh, there's a. Oh, you have it face away from you? God, you're losing out on so much low end. I don't know how you can handle
Well,
that.
now I've got this is the low end side. Hey Dan. Hey Dad. Dan J's on. Dan J's on. He's not moderating, but he's a blue squirrel, and Mr. Mitch is the blue squirrel coming in second place. No. We got the 7-Eleven, which means I agree. Mike. What time did you go to
Nada
sleep
buena.
last night?
Good question. I think I was up till like about 10:30. Again, I was telling you your headphones weren't on. I'm messing around with this other streaming platform that some buddies, I'm helping them beta test that it's called younow.com. And I'm like, oh my God, what brilliant marketing guy came up with that? What should we call this streaming platform that's like you2 now? I don't know. You now? Okay.
What am I looking at on the screen? That's Aaron, right?
Oh yeah. So what happens is since we're broadcasting on my YouTube, is I threw some chats up there.
Last around with my Aaron. By the way, Aaron.
And of course you know him. Yeah.
Resubscribing. I saw that you resubscribed yesterday, and I'm flattered. And I will block you by this afternoon. No, I'm joking.
Oh my God! Why do you backpedal so much? You want to know something, dude? Of all the people that like give me the hardest time, other than you, as far as subscribers goes, Aztec. He will just come in. I mean, he gets like a little frisky after like about my 5th or 6th hour of the live stream, and I'm like, oh, bring it,
guys! Everyone that's watching, what happened was there's a subscriber, and I blocked a subscriber once without even thinking about it. Because
Yeah,
what
it
happened
happens.
was
Yeah.
there's almost an impossibility to read sarcasms and jokes in text sometimes. And yes, if someone wrote anything joking about Mike before, I think what I did was I went in and I just not only removed the joke about whatever they said about Mike or me or something, but then I just go and block, especially if I think it's offensive or I thought it could be harmful to Mike or Mike's channel. So that's what we're joking about. And I said that I will when I said that I would block somebody right after this show. It's a show now. It's a show, all right.
Well, I hope you don't spend a whole lot of time blocking people, dude. I mean, it's awesome. You have 55,000 now? That's friggin' awesome, man.
No, ever since Corona has been going down, so has my. When everyone got stranded back at home, I got 800 subscribers like in a week.
Okay, that's significant.
And
well, actually, yeah, it is still for you.
And then they started unsubscribing as it seems like, one, they either didn't want to watch anymore or they went back to work or whatever. So
yeah, they're probably like, I'm never going to make it to Thailand.
I didn't think about that. They're like,
Right?
well, that was a pipe dream. Click.
That was awesome. Yeah. Let me know when I can get on a plane in 2021. I'll resubscribe, Baldy. Totally, dude.
Oh man, to be honest, I feel so lucky being quote unquote stranded here.
You know, it's funny. I was talking with, so actually on the stream yesterday, someone, I think he was from Chicago, and he said something to the effect of, "Oh my God, aren't you glad that you're not back here with all this craziness?" And again, you know, I mean, I watch news so rarely. It's not even funny.
Touche.
But yeah, and sadly though, what I do see is arguably what hits the top of the feeds, right? And so I'm not going to see, you know, Boy Scout crosses old, you know, lady with the street and buys her a lemonade from a 5-year-old. And so, you know, the reality is that I see, you know, the top stuff, and it's just it's really like this morning even I was just like cruising through the feeds, and I think the thing that kind of caught my eye was in Buffalo, I guess like 47 police officers that were part of like a special team, which apparently was the team that was going to deal with like community unrest, which is essentially what's happening right now. They all resigned. And I thought, you know, it's interesting because even like as recently as a year ago, I would submit that the default setting would be to picket and to go on strike as part of a, I guess, you know, policeman's union, right? And so it seems to me like in the last maybe year or so, I have seen less strikes and a hell of a lot more resignations. And it's not just in the U.S. I mean, think about it, right? So over here, like Thai Airways, for the longest time, they basically hire a CEO every year to 18 months. And in that time, they say to the guy, okay, you need to fix this. And he comes back with a plan, and he says, okay, so we're basically going to lay off all these people. We're going to early retirement these people. We're going to get some new people in here. We're going to retrain these people. We're going to increase top-line revenue, decrease, but right? And they're like, nah, we really don't want to do that. And then they you know, have them leave or whatever. And then recently, right, so the new CEO of Thai Airways and the guy who was the CEO of Suvarnabhumi Airport, they resigned within like 3 or 4 hours of each other.
Oh, man.
And I didn't really think anything of it. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. They're CEOs. CEOs rotate through jobs every 2 years. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know when anyone else is seeing that. Obviously, you've got a significant number of people that are from the U.S., you know, and so I don't know if that's happening more for them or not. But
well, okay, so all right. One of the places that I hang out here is, you know, there's an American that has a restaurant here. His name's Boomer.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's like the local. I mean, I think me, him, and one other American go in there quite a bit. And then there's a few Brits and just a sprinkle of global people that just pop in. But yesterday, I don't know if you know this or not, was a full moon. Now, I don't know if you subscribe to things that get kind of strange on full moons, but I do. I do completely. Okay. In my life, I've seen so many crazy things, and I didn't know yesterday was a full moon, and we were sitting in there, and that's what one person was going off about. Because America's lost their frickin' minds, and
because of the full moon.
Sort of. No, not because of the full moon.
Okay, all right.
Just because of what's going on with the riots and the looting and the presidency, and they were just arguing, and then I spoke up. I don't like to get political at all with people, especially not in a restaurant or a bar.
Yeah, where there's alcohol and knives. Right.
Exactly. And one guy was just so close to me. He's Dutch. And he was animated. Arms were flying. He goes, and the children are angry and blah, blah, blah. And I said, man, just back away from me. And he looked at me like he was going to come at me. And we're friends. We've been friends for over 2 years. And this guy looks at me. He goes, no. And I went,
yes, sir.
I was sitting on my stool. No, I cussed him. Believe it or not, I lose my mind when I'm threatened. I don't know. I just lose my mind.
Does liquid courage help?
Actually, no. It was nothing like that. I was playing a video game on my phone, and I just said, man, you know,
right on.
Get your.
Yeah.
And he said he got mad, and then he calmed down, And then two other people started arguing that never argue in the corner. And I looked at my friend Boomer and I said, it's got to be a full moon. Everyone in your place is arguing with each other about America.
About America.
And I'm with you, Mike. I don't even watch the news. There's
no
point
Forget it.
for me to try to keep. I mean, if I hear what's going on, I take notice of it, but I don't search it out.
For sure. Yeah. I am trying to, in the mornings, what I do is I guess, I don't know if this is on the format on all of them, but on my Android, if I swipe to the right, then it goes to additional pages. If I swipe to the left, then basically it goes to sort of like a summary of feeds. And for the most part, I'm letting Google, like, follow me so that will ideally give me the stories that I guess I'm interested in. And for the most part, it was doing pretty good. And then in the last 3 or 4 days, it just seems like a ton of stuff that was popping up was, and I assume the reason you don't watch it is similar to my reasoning, which is it's incredibly negative. And, now again, I also didn't watch the news a whole lot when I was back home, because sometimes I think, well, maybe it's just because we're over here and we're semi-retired or whatever, or potentially, perpetually on vacation. And I think about that because, I get on my streams, right? And I'm like Dr. Gratitude, and I got, rose-colored glasses that are like 3.5 inches thick. And so, I think, okay, well, did I get like this the day that I landed in Thailand, or was I like mildly excited before that? Yes, absolutely. Now, you need to let me know why you have those glasses.
Coke bottle glasses. Because I can't see.
Oh, wait, those work for you? That's not just to keep fat girls away? I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, but bring them to
keep fat girls away.
I mean,
it's too early in the morning for this now.
Wow, it's never too early to have that boundary. I'm a big fan of that. That's very, yeah.
Yeah, I have 20/70 vision.
So, okay, so what I can see what you can see at 20 feet, I actually can see clearly at 70 feet, right? That's sort of that's how that works.
Contacts, I just wear contacts almost. Well, I've been wearing contacts for 42 years, so.
So can you see up close, or do you also need, because now that you're like me, over 40, or do you need reading glasses? Well,
now, yeah, of course, now I carry the reading glasses around, but my eyes were so, he tried to explain it to me one time. He said, your eyes are so bad that if you looked at it like a circle, and you're supposed to start at noon, because most people, they go to about 15 after. That's their vision's off, think of 15%.
25%, yeah, I understand.
He says, mine was so bad, it's almost at 10 till. So
that's the way he explained math to you? That's thrilling. That's very good.
My eye
so
math.
Let's say I have $1 and I want to give you 50 cents. So what I do is I wait till 30 minutes after the hour, and then I pick up my blocks and I get my crayons, and then...
Okay. For people that are just tuning in, they have no idea what we're talking about. We are
Fat girls' crayons.
Fat girls are being run off because the price of a quarter satang. Do you know what a satang is, right?
Yeah, it's that useless coin that I literally throw into the bin that the Oh, did you get one? Did you get some?
No, I'm trying to find
well then you can't bring it out. You can't just bring that noise out when you think you want attention, my friend.
I don't. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, there's no way I'm going to get. Anyway,
what is it? Is it a half a bot?
There's two of them. You have half a bot and then a quarter of a bot.
A quarter of okay.
A quarter of a bot is worth 8/10 of a U.S. penny.
Right.
So I'm wondering if the metal that it's printed on is worth more than the actual.
Oh, for sure. No, those small ones. And that's why I really don't understand why they do it. Because, I mean, let's face it. If we're at 7-Eleven, right, they never give you that for change because it rounds up, right?
Right.
And, hey, so let me ask. Okay, so you've been here for a long time, and I, have come back and forth. But now I'm, here, and I'm doing a lot more living here kind of behaviors. Not the least of which is I have the true app on my phone, and I use True Wallet, and I pay with a QR code like at 7-Eleven and as many other places as I can. Do you do that, or are you still a cash guy? Or use an ATM card?
Say that again. It cut out when you said it. So
Oh, sorry. Okay, so there's an app, right, that's by True, the wireless carrier, AIS, True, DTAC, right? So there's True.
Okay.
True Wallet is basically attached to my bank, and then I just open up the app on my phone. There's a QR code, and then I hand it to the lady behind the cash register, and she scans the QR code just like she scans the barcode on Twinkies, and I pay that way. Are you doing any of that for payment? Are you using any?
No, I should. I really, really should. I mean, I have not even set up my Apple Pay in my phone ever.
I don't know if you can use that here, though. But, I mean, I understand where you're going with that, yeah.
Yeah, but no. Everything I've done here has been cash. But you're right. I mean, I just got a Thai bank account this past year. And wow, folks, if you've never had a Thai bank account, you want to talk about convenient. For me, complete convenience. Well, for me, so like if I wanted to send money to anyone, as long as as I know their account number and the bank's name, done. Just no fees,
and their name.
no nothing, no problem.
Yes,
instantly.
Yes, I will say I do really appreciate that. Now, but let me ask you, because I mean, I got a bank account the week or however long we were down there. You and I met for the first time in Suvarnabhumi, and then went down to Pattaya in the van to meet with Kev for the first time. And that when I was down there, actually, he cruised me over to Bangkok Bank. Prior to that, I actually had already an account at Casacorn. And I don't particularly know why I thought, I guess I should have bank accounts in this country. I guess it's just like something I do. Why did you delay it so much? And then why, a year ago, were you like, yeah, I think it's time now? Because, I mean, let's face it, dude. 6 years ago, it was easy. I walked into a mall, I'm like, hey, how you doing? My name is Mike, and I have, great, here you go, sir, sign this. I mean, whereas, like, a couple years ago, it's like, well, you're going to have to sign these extra papers. We got to let the U.S. know. So what was the deciding factor?
Well, okay. So the reason I delayed it so long was because I would just use my ATM card, global ATM card, to get cash.
Right.
So I didn't have a need for a Thai bank account. However, once being over here, finding out if I wanted to send money to anyone or if I wanted to receive money that was from someone that already lived in this country, they were asking, what is your bank account? And I would always say, I don't have one.
Right.
And I found out that it was just more practical to have one here, whether it's, and I'll tell you, and people know this, if you've got a girlfriend over here and she is just the easier way to send her money, or your wife or something like that.
Right.
So hinting, but a little bit of just having someone in my life that I wanted to be able to contact or have access to, give her send money instantly if I needed to. Mm-hmm. Her name was not Jessica Rabbit, people.
Do you get that a lot? Like at other? Well, no, I'm sure they're like, no, is it Fawn? Right? Everyone thinks that like that would be your girlfriend if that was going to be your.
That's true.
The joke would be, oh my God, have you and Jessica and her 3 boobs ever hung out together and like gone to a buffet?
Oh my gosh. Huh? Sorry.
What's the matter? Did I get? What did you? Did you have a flashback? You're like, let's wait a minute. Let's see when the buses open back up, she can get back down here. Oh my God, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna start losing weight now.
Actually, she's in the South. She's not up north. So, but no, let's digress.
Okay, so actually, I hadn't had a chance to watch the whole thing, which, of course, it's like, hey, let me talk to this author. Let me interview this author. So I've never read your book. I'm sure it's interesting. Tell me all about it. Your last video about all the elephants. I did see the beginning where you were interviewing that guy, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I did watch the whole thing and I just didn't get Joseph Pinto, ladies and gentlemen. Rob, will you like shake it but don't break it for Joseph Pinto? He's like hucking me some big money, baby. Big money.
Thank you, Joseph Pinto. Thank you, Joseph Pinto.
Oh, my Buddha. Oh, and it was a sticker, too. Dude, if it was a Hello Kitty sticker, you're my friggin' hero. That would be
That's
epic.
a prompt to do it again, Joseph. That's a prompt to do it again.
I could. Yeah, but I'm front stage right now. Jessica Rabbit, ladies and gentlemen, locking her down for you. Don't forget to all those world famous Pacer T-shirts.
Too early for this.
Okay, so the elephants. Was there any discussion in there, or do you know of a way to easily identify a place? Because when you drive up to the parking lot, you don't necessarily know that they are beating the elephants in the background. I went on an elephant ride when I was in Phuket. Actually, we were staying over Coconut Island. Gracie and I had a guy. He cruised us over to like sort of more west, because we were all the way on the east side. So the guy cruises us over. We went to the Tiger Kingdom or something. And then we went to this fairly close by. I don't believe he called it an elephant sanctuary. The reason I bring that up is that my experience there. Go. How much you got?
Joseph Pinto in the house on my channel.
Oh, dude. But did he give you a super sticker? Did he give you a super sticker?
Yeah, super sticker thumbs up.
Oh, well, he actually gave me a wet T-shirt contest, so no big whoop. So I'm at this elephant place. Back to the elephants, and lumps of skin is the same size as Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, there are
how do you tell?
Scamming to try to scam fish off of the true sanctuaries here. So the only way I could tell someone is because I know of this company, and it's the they call it the Elephant Jungle Sanctuary.
Okay.
And yeah, if the other ones, there are other ones, and they will just ship elephants in and out as depending on their tourist scale. They will some places will lie and say that you can't ride the elephants, and then take the elephant back in the truck, ship it right back over to the next park where they ride them over there. But the Phuket Elephant Jungle Sanctuary, there's no riding. All you can do is feed them. There's nothing else to do. You can go swimming with them and play in the water with them, but you're allowed to touch them.
Okay.
But there's nothing else to do. Really, just observe them. That's it.
Okay, and you believe that, and I don't disbelieve it, that because that guy told you, or because you knew ahead of time? Like living in Phuket, do you just know where the genuine places are?
Well, I know this company, and I went to one. I went to the one in Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
And so I got to experience it, and I got to see the handlers, and I got to see the how much land they actually get to walk around on. Thank you, Lord Dart. Lord Dart is his name, and he sends me a super sticker that says, "Keep it up."
Does he have a drawbridge? I'm thinking Lord Dart has a drawbridge going into his condo. That's pretty tight, dude. Okay, so, and you describe these things because obviously you were given enough data that makes you believe it. And again, I'm not saying I disbelieve it, but how do you tell? Like, I had no idea that they were taking horrible care of these elephants when I was at this place. Well, okay, because we had walked into the woods, they walk you around and I'm sitting on top of the elephant. Although maybe I just answered my own question, meaning, Mike, if they let you ride the elephant, that means that they're beating it? Is that?
Well, an elephant to ride an elephant, you have to break it at least once. Well, the same with a wild horse. I mean, you have to break it. Jessica, thank you I just had a new member, Jessica, to the tourist level. Thank you so much for joining, Jessica. You beautiful thing, I guess. I'm just looking at your avatar, sorry. But So yeah, if you go to a place and you're riding it, at some point it was broken. It could have been an elephant that was in the industry. I mean, even here in Kamala, we have Fantasy, the elephant show, where you go in and they have a stage of whatever 8 to 12 elephants that perform all these tricks.
Okay,
I've never been there. I have no desire to go there. Those elephants at some point in their youth had to be broken because elephants don't want to be on a stage performing. There's no possible way.
Sure.
Even though I know that the facility that they're in now is awesome. I mean, it's huge, but I can't speak for anything other than what I've seen. And the people that I know, like Matthew, who works at the sanctuary, and he said that's the reason, one of the reasons he came over. John, thank you very much for the 15 dono. Thank you for lunch and a massage. Okay, thank you, John.
Yeah, for 15, totally nice. That's
Lunch
great.
and a massage. And Jessica, thank you so much for the super sticker. Is that a heart? Hey, it's hearts. I didn't even know they had hearts. I feel so
Whoa.
warm and fuzzy now.
Somebody loves the bald guy.
Hey, you're bald too, man. Don't. There's two of us on here. Hey, wait. Let's leave that one alone. Leave that one alone.
Yeah, my mom watches this, for God's sake, on the replay.
My mom
All right,
does
so
too.
that's awesome. So so then you and I are over here, right? And we're kind of having discussions about being over here. So for the people that have never come over here, and they're obviously going to walk down the beach, or they're going to walk somewhere touristy, and there's going to be a guy with a laminated piece of paper trying to convince you to like go to his, event. If one of those is an elephant event, can we all assume that basically if it's somewhere where you're going to go ride an elephant, or whether they're going to do anything but, like you said, allow you to feed it, then they're basically taking poor care of the animal? Is that a pretty good...
Okay, my two cents is never go to any. If someone approaches you to do a tour or an event, warning. I don't care if it's just a boat ride.
All right. That's fair. So let's remove that from the equation. Let's just say you're like somewhere, because no one was like, begging me. The guy was just like, well, where do you want to go? And I said, I don't know. I said, but I hear there's this tiger thing where they actually take fairly decent care of the tigers. And he said, oh yeah, I know which one. And otherwise he was going to take us to another one that was actually on, the piece of paper that they have laminated in the back seat of the taxis of all the things they can take you to. Yeah. But it wasn't that one. And he's like, well, yeah, he says, this one you go. So I'm like, okay. And, to the interesting credit of the topic, it is my number one most watched video. It's also arguably the most controversial. But nonetheless, right after that, I rode elephants, and I thought, oh my God, I am never going to do this again. Because I saw the way that they basically didn't care for these animals. And so, do you believe that... So where you live, in Phuket, on the island of Phuket, how many, places with integrity are there? I guess that's the best question.
I think there's 3
for
here
elephants.
in Phuket.
Oh, wow.
It's,
Okay.
It's the same company. Right up the road here, there's another, you can ride the elephants. There's a place. I don't know the name of it, but it's just... Hey, we got elephants, and you can ride them if you want.
Okay.
I don't know the name of it. I just know it's right up the road. I never go there. I don't care to. I just don't have a desire to do that. I won't go to our Tiger Kingdom or whatever it's called over here.
Oh, you don't go to that, yeah?
Nope, I don't go where. I just don't. There's so much controversy that goes along with it too, because. Kelly, thank you so much for the dono. Kelly says, food for people in Kamala, I will double that if one person matches it. And I challenge you to do the same. Oh, Kelly's putting on a donation.
How much did she give?
Kelly's actually he. $20 US. $20 US. And Kelly, by the way, Kelly has been very, very supportive of feeding doing the food drives here, and so thank you very much, Kelly. And Aaron's here. Aaron, it's good to see you.
Mighty Aztec.
Yes. But yeah, back to the elephants thing. I've only went to the one in Chiang Mai, and that's the one, and that's what Matthew was saying. He goes, if you are interested in going to an elephant sanctuary. Right. Do the research by yourself online.
Sure. And
buy your tickets on there, because some of these little shops and places that you just walk down the street, they'll tell you, we're taking you to the Elephant Jungle Phuket Sanctuary, and then they take you to the one right up the road here.
Yeah, because you don't know, sure.
Because you wouldn't know, and you don't want to feel like you got scammed. And they're like, well, you didn't get scammed. It's just not the right name.
Yeah, no, exactly. You can see the thing on the screen, right, about Damo. He says he'll match it as far as the PayPal. He says he'll pay you on Monday. I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today, actually. But Damo's rad.
The bomb. You don't have to do that, but thank you so much.
Do you call him D-Bomb? Because I call him Damo. Like, maybe I'm not as cool. I mean, obviously, you're referring to the donations as donos now. I mean, obviously, I am not. I didn't know that you needed to abbreviate such a very long, sophisticated word to
All
dono,
right.
but I get it.
Okay. All right. Hey, okay, so here's what's good. Do you know what TikTok is?
Yes, I know what TikTok is. I have a girlfriend who's under 30. No, actually she's not, but yeah, I know what you
Okay,
mean.
okay.
Are you on
Touche.
TikTok?
No, I'm not. But the fact that I know it is
Right.
impressive to be 52 years old. I'm
Oh,
52 years old, and to know what TikTok is. And
eh,
okay, so what Dono is one channel I'm subscribed to is a gaming channel, and I know it sounds weird, but I actually watch this guy that plays a game, and
what,
every
on
time he gets
Twitch?
to no on YouTube.
Oh,
But
okay.
he always says, "Thanks for the dono, thanks for the dono." So I guess that's the lingo now. So I didn't think about it before I said it. Thanks for the dono, but thanks for the dono.
Because what I heard is thanks for the donut, and my stomach reflects that.
Thanks for the donut.
Thanks for the donut. Burp, burp.
Oh god. So okay. So that was the elephant and tiger story for me.
Yeah, for sure. So okay, so that's a good point as far as apps go, because I think that apps, as well as other behaviors here, maybe in Southeast Asia, but let's just talk about specifically Thailand, is that the behaviors are what we would refer to probably in the U.S. as juvenile, for like who people we believe are adults. As an example, you ever get into a Thai girl's car and she is going to have pink pillows like on the
Yeah.
neck. Her steering wheel is going to be covered. I mean, and there's going to be Hello Kitty everywhere. And at first I thought, well, okay, this is kind of, interesting, but maybe this girl's got some deficiencies that I don't know about yet. But then, of course, I realized, yeah, like you said, head nod, very common, right?
Yeah.
you
Floor mats, everything.
Oh,
Damn.
yeah, no. And fuzzy pink. But here's the thing. Do you think it is just simply their equivalent of Disney? Do you have to shake something?
Thank you, Dan J, for the 20 dono food match for Kelly. So now we've got the one match for Kelly. So Kelly's going to probably put another win as well. I'll just thank Kelly already.
Oh, so he sent you a, what did he send you? Super chat? Oh, you didn't send you the PayPal? Sorry,
the
super
bomb
chat.
is going to do PayPal.
Right.
I got another super chat from Dan that's matching Kelly.
Got it.
So I'll let you guys over there congratulate yourself to each other and challenge yourself. But no, I was going to say, the first time I got in a car over here, it was a Thai woman's car. It was the pillow rest, the steering wheel, the floor mats, the pillows in the back.
Right.
All of it was
Seat
just
covers.
everything
Yeah.
that she could buy, and her motorbike. I didn't know that they
That's
made
right. I forgot.
a floor pan for the motorbike.
Yes.
Oh
Do you
my
think?
God.
Do you think it's just it's just basically synonymous with the people that like Disney in the U.S.? I mean, you see a lot of people with like Disney stickers, and of course, all of them that are part of the club have the little mouse, the three circles, basically on the rear mirror window.
I guess so. I've never asked the girls why, but they just, the only answer I ever got, I said, well, "What's going on with this cat thing?" And they just go, "It's cute," and that's the only answer I ever got.
Right.
It's cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the closest I can come to it. I guess if you had a friend that back home and they loved Mickey Mouse, I guess they would buy pillows, but maybe not deck the car out in it. But
No, but what's funny is I mean, it's not like I said that to you, and you're like, "Oh, absolutely." And you've obviously never been in the same cars that I've been in, nor have I been in yours. And it's like, it is common, dude.
oh yeah, totally common.
I wonder what the male equivalent of that is in Thailand.
The only thing, oh man, I can't even think of what his name is. You've seen the mud flaps on the trucks here with that guy's face. What's that guy's name?
A Thai guy?
No, it's not a Thai guy. I brain fart. But that's the only thing I can come up with is I've never seen a guy dress out his truck in any manner over here that would compare to a Thai.
Nope, I know what it is. Tons of speakers and neon.
Tons of what?
Speakers. Giant speakers.
You just reminded me. Now, if they have a bigger truck, have you seen the rear view mirrors on the sides.
Yes.
What the hell? There's like 12 mirrors on one side.
Yeah. No, isn't that crazy? All the way down from the top. It's like this guy could see the future with those mirrors. This is amazing. Oh, Nico Greco, $5. Another winner.
Nico.
And he gave us some great advice, actually. Never get into a car when a Thai girl is driving, or any girl for that matter.
Oh, man. You know my friend Oi. I don't know. She's been in many of my old videos. She drives like a race car driver.
Meaning she's skilled, or she just goes fast?
You can look at it both ways.
What would her opinion of it be?
Her boyfriend is petrified to ride with her, and I just give it to the Lord Almighty that if this is my last day,
it's supposed to be.
But she will drive as fast as possible. She's right up on the wheel, real tight. She'll go straight into an intersection. If she's slowing down or passing, she'll hit the blinker lights real fast and hit them and spin around the car. Yeah. She knows her shit.
Blinker lights. That's another thing. Yeah. Here's the other thing too that I've found is the guys, they'll be driving up somewhere, and then when they start to sort of slow down and they get near the destination, what do?
I don't know. What?
They take off their seatbelt, like before they get there. And I'm like, dude, are you getting ready to jump? Is there some fire that's going to occur that I don't know about?
I didn't notice that.
Yes, I've had this with cab drivers. I've had like friends, like Thai friends that were driving, and we're getting somewhere early, and he's like, you're kind of like preparing. You're like, okay, cool, I'm pulling. Like maybe you'll turn the radio down, or you're like, okay, I'll put the windows down because I'm going to talk to some guy. Boom, seatbelt comes off. I'm like, is there going to be a fire? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I've noticed that. It's pretty good.
Question here. Richard says, why is my squirrel gray and not a different color, not turquoise? And what happens
Squirrel is first 30 days, right?
Yep. The gray one lasts for 30 days. Then 60 days it turns a color. Then the next month or 90 days it turns another color. And it keeps going all the way up until gold. Gold, I tell you.
I want to be a dentist.
When you talked about taking off the seatbelt before they got to the destination, it reminded me, this may be a TMI for you or anybody else, but my ex-girlfriend back in the States, right as I'm finishing peeing in the toilet, I hit the flush. Like I'm racing it to win. And my girlfriend, she used to say, what is wrong with you guys? Why can't you just wait until you're completely finished and then flush it? I'm like, it's a race. I'm trying. So that reminded me, I told you it was TMI, but that reminded me of the, potentially, that the guys are taking off his seatbelt like he's going to jump out the window while it's still in gear.
You're just like, I am so out of this toilet, CR, comfort room, water closet. I'm done.
I'm finished before I'm finished.
Wow, look at that.
All right, so moving on to the topic of the day is
there
reopening?
No, there you go. No, I'm kidding. I know there is. There's always a topic with everybody except me, so I understand that, and I appreciate it. Actually, my ADD just doesn't get as entertained. No, but yeah, so talk about the opening that's occurring down in Phuket, because arguably Phuket has got more strict limitations potentially, but the buses are now going there.
Our beaches, it was announced yesterday that our beaches, Scott, thank you so much. Hold on. Jiggle. Thank you so much, Scott. Scott gives a $10 dono and says, after 2 years of Patreon, I finally made a live stream. What?
Yeah, because see, this is non-Rob time. Rob's normally asleep right now, trying to leave the restroom as soon as possible.
Scott has been very, very kind to me, but he's been very, very patient, because he felt like as a Patreon, I should be doing notices to let people know when I'm doing a live stream. And I tried to explain to him that I don't even know when I do my live streams. Usually they're so random.
No, the only one you schedule is the one we do together.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But he was getting really, he's patient with me, but he's been like, man, I feel like I'm missing out as a Patreon. I feel like I'm missing out because I would like to be in a live stream with you and talk to you. And so he is today. And so, hey, Scott, thank you for putting up with my my
You're not.
ADHD.
You're absolutely. All right. So Phuket. Well, can I come to Phuket and can you and I hang out? That's the first question.
Yeah. Well, yes. I don't know if you can't fly in here. Well,
that was my question, because you guys open your airport and then you make another decision 3 hours later.
Right. So the beach is officially supposed to open on number 9, the 9th. Our beaches are not even legally open right now.
July 9th.
No.
June 9th.
And what tomorrow is it, or the next day?
Yeah.
2 days from now.
2 days. Okay. The 9th, your beach is open.
Yeah. And so we think the airport for domestic flights should be open on the 15th. And I don't have anything in writing on that one.
Okay. So that's the beach. But as far as I've heard, the buses are now going there. I've also heard that if there is some type of transport that is basically taking the evening, there's no curfew for that thing. So in other words, if your train is going to get somewhere and it's going to get you there by like 4 a.m, 5 a.m, whatever, but it's going to go all night, then apparently that could happen.
Yeah, but I haven't seen any buses. Now, I haven't seen any buses yet.
How far away is the bus station from you? It's pretty far south, isn't it?
I mean, that's in
Phuket town.
Yeah, so I don't see.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any buses traveling through Kamala. That's all I mean.
You mean like tour buses, like the giant ones with the 12 mirrors?
Any buses?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there is one gigantic tour bus that is parked down the road. It's the first one I've ever seen here since the shutdown.
Okay.
But it's not running. I think it's just one of the local people that own one, and they finally were able to bring it back in or something, because it's just sitting down on the main road.
All right, so early on, actually, you did a really interesting video, which was like, hey guys, I know you can't come here yet, but like, if you're gonna, here's a really good recommendation on what you bring. And you did, the standard, like, oh yeah, mosquito repellent, spoiler alert, you're gonna get bit, don't get dengue
Yeah.
fever like me, and then a whole bunch of other stuff. But I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe a few people were like, okay, well, this is lame, Rob, because I can't get there now anyway. And I bring that up because, like, could you do a video similar to that now, for example? And it would be like, okay, it's going to be inconvenient. I mean, if you fly in here, good luck. I mean, if you fly into Thailand, but I'm talking about you're into Thailand. Like, I cruise over to Suvarnabhumi, or I go over to Don Muang, and I cruise down to Phuket. I get to HKT. I get out. Am I going to have to do 14 days? I don't think I am, provided I'm staying less than 3 days. You've got this weird thing going on down there.
Yeah, I think no matter where you go here, you're going to be told to self-quarantine, but you're not going to be. I can't say that. I can't say that you're not going to be monitored, because they might actually have that app on your phones now. I don't know.
Well, that's for the Thai people. I mean, you and I can't use that app. But do you, like, when you go into places, do you like open up Line, for example, and use the QR code scanner and then basically scan that QR code they have on the door to like enter? You click the green button, and then do you do that?
There are tourists that are doing that. I have not been asked, and I think honestly, people, I think, because believe it or not, if you've never been to Thailand, the Thai memory is an elephant memory.
They know you. Yes.
Everyone that lives in my little town of Kamala,
well, sure, yeah,
whether they have met me or not, they know who I am. And so when I go to the Big C, there's this little table where people are signing in, and you spray your hands with the lotion. They take your temperature.
Yeah.
Sign in and put your phone number or your passport. I walk by that table every time, and they never asked me to come up. Yeah, they just like, that's you.
Yeah, hey, dude, how's it going?
Richard's here in the house, and he sent me a super sticker that says, "You are amazing." So, Mike, you are amazing. You
just ask me.
And you are amazing.
You're amazing. No, you're amazing. No, yeah, absolutely. I
I
love that.
really, really wish that I could tell you what it would be like to get on a taxi and come down here, and what your experience is going to be if you can get into even a hotel somewhere open. Yeah, but for those of us that live here, we don't. We talk about it every day. I hear
Really?
something, and then you hear something, and then he
Okay.
heard something, but I tell you that yesterday we were all in consensus that the beach is opening up on the 9th.
Okay.
There's another rule that says you're not supposed to be able to serve alcohol in restaurants.
Right.
But the Thai people have told me, nope, that's completely fine. But there's no paper that says it's completely fine. But the Thai people have said, no, you're fine. I mean, if a restaurant serves it, they're not going to do anything.
So is Boomer like serving beers?
No, not Boomer. But I was talking to a Thai person, and I said, well, these restaurants can't open up because they can't serve alcohol yet. And the Thai women that I was talking to, they're like, yeah, they can. And I said, they haven't officially announced anything like that. And the Thai people are like, well, that's true.
Oh yeah, well there's that.
They won't. I mean, it's one of those that's like, and I'm not saying anyone should ever do this, but it's like in the country, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Sure. So hotels. Like if I walk down the street now in Bangkok, which means Sukhumvit and then the soy is not like way down, it's open. Like do you have another centipede on your forehead? Is that what you're looking at?
Actually, let me take. Yeah.
Is Jessica standing above you?
No, I got a freaking huge cockroach over there. And I just
cockroach? Where do you? My God! Take a bath. I got snakes,
centipedes, and cockroaches.
Okay, snakes I get, dude, but cockroaches, I mean, you got to get... Oh, my God, I am so going to talk about him now that he's gone and can't hear me. This is great. This is going to be the highlight of our friendship right now, where I tell you guys all about his dirty-ass secrets. The reason I brought that up, guys, is because obviously I want to travel. And what I'm hoping is that I can go somewhere, and normally Phuket is super easy, right? Like I can cruise over to Suvarnabhumi, I can get there on the train, or I can go up to Don Muang, totally easy. Air Asia, Thai Smile, all that stuff, blam, right down to the Phuket airport. And I'm dying to do that. The last report I heard, or last report I read, and it was a couple of days ago now, was around the fact that if you go to Phuket, you're going to have to quarantine for 14 days, unless you're going to stay there for less than 3. Now, I like to be as honest as possible, but as you might guess, one of my default thoughts was, okay, well, I'm going to make a reservation for 2 nights, and I'm going to show that to these people when I get there, and I could possibly stay longer. Now, to be fair, if they're a hotel, they're going to take my passport, take the copy of it, and they're going to, TM30 me, right? So, anyway, okay, did you kill the intruder?
I guess so. I hate the smell of that spray, man. I really do.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, here's what you do. You just get a can of WD-40 and a lighter.
They actually, well, that's true. It's funny that you mentioned that. As kids, we used to do that.
Did you ever use a magnifying glass on ants?
Oh, I hope I didn't. I think I did.
I saw one of my buddies doing that, Greg Hall, in the 6th grade, and I was like, oh, dude, that's so cool. And then I got down there, and it was like literally, dude, after like the first one, I thought, wait a minute, there's something very wrong with this. So then I just did it for like cats and dogs and that sort of thing.
Yeah, elephants, yeah.
Yeah. When I'm riding them.
Yeah. So where were we? I'm sorry.
How much is Phuket opening? And then I was talking a little bit as you were walking around about, why I would want to go down to Phuket. Because for the most part, dude, to get from Bangkok to Phuket, it is like, bam, blindfolded, next finish, boom, I'm in the Phuket airport. And then I can get to Kamala, obviously, in a taxi for like certainly less than 1,000 baht. But I can, double click on that. But when I get there, the last report I saw was that if you come to Phuket, you're going to have to quarantine for 14 days unless you're staying there less than 3 days. And I was like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah. And when I love all my Thai friends here because, one, you never speak poorly of the government, but if
Well,
you
you never
want
speak
to,
poorly of the royal family. I hear
no,
Thais speaking
you,
negatively about the government all day long.
okay, you took the words right out of my mouth. You hear Thai people do it.
Farang.
Ah,
Farang.
yeah, of course, not the royal family. You don't talk about that, but the government here, the Thai people, they man, they will. I said, I don't know what's going on, and they're like, nobody knows what's going on.
Right. That's
And
how we live.
they're like this you know, and they just go on, and I go, well, I can't say this, and I'd appreciate it if you keep it down while I'm sitting here.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then this Farang chimed in, and he's that
Rob
damn guy that
he agrees with me about the prime minute. He agrees.
he
I didn't
thinks
say
he
a word.
owns the world. He walks in and out of this goddamn big C, never scans the QR code.
Yeah, he doesn't even get his QR code scanned. He thinks he's
Dude, he's
above there.
above it all. Oh, diplomat. You wearing masks everywhere? Like the minute you go out of your house, you throw a mask on?
I do. Jessica, thank you again. Jessica just donate 20.
Okay, wait. So hold on. You have women repetitively sending you money.
No, Jessica is sending the money this time for food to be donated to the Burmese and the Thai children, which we're going to do, everyone. Just to let you know that the money you're raising right now, it's going on next Saturday. This upcoming Saturday, there's going to be another food drive on Soy Fantasy that I'm supporting. You are supporting, and I'm going to take some pictures, and I will actually make a little video about it. I wasn't going to make a video, but I will, since so many people have joined up and done this. And this we're going to do. This time we're going to do 300 meals and 300 goodie bags. Last time was 200 and something, and we ran out.
People get each one.
People got food first, and when they ran out of food, they gave the goodie bags out.
Okay.
This time we're hoping that we have enough food for everyone and goodie bags for everyone.
So are you basically going to help 300 people or 600 people? I guess that's a better question.
Just as the Thai person says, we don't know until they get there. At least 300, yes.
And do you have people, like 300 people showing up?
Oh, easy.
Really?
One Facebook post, and there's 300 people online.
No, that's true. Yeah,
and 100 of them are children. At least 100 are children, usually maybe with one or two parents. I would say more than that. I would say it's probably 150 to 200 children and then 100 moms.
I was wondering about that as I was walking back from BTS. This actually has not occurred now for several weeks, but every day at 5 o'clock, they would be out on the sidewalk, and I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be so permanent. I mean, they literally like took spray paint and they painted lines like every 2 meters on the sidewalk, like for 3 blocks. And, gratefully, I guess they're not doing it anymore, meaning in my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, well, that means they're being fed. Well, it might just mean that there's no more food, which sucks, and they don't have jobs. But I got to tell you, dude, people are working around here. I mean, Bangkok is definitely open for business. Now, Kamala is basically a Thai town. Patong, I can understand why Bangla Road is friggin' crickets, but like where you're at, aren't all the Thais pretty much back at work now where you are?
Thank you, Todd. Thank you for the $10 for the mission. Thank you very much for that.
That's awesome.
And no, I mean, going right down the road yesterday, I counted 7 shops that are vacant now, which used to be 3 or 4 restaurants and a clothing store, and have you ever lived? Being a beach and being seasonal as it is difficult.
Yeah.
But taking everything away from being at the beach, there was nothing else for these people to even do. They couldn't even. A lot of Thai people, what they'll do if it doesn't work as a motorbike rental, they open a restaurant. If it doesn't work as a restaurant, they just switch over into something.
Right. Oh, we'll sell food. Oh no, we'll sell clothes instead. Yeah, sure, totally.
So the main amount of people that got trapped here were the Burmese that work here. A lot of construction, a lot of dishwashers, a lot of just layman type work. And thank you, Dan, for the dono. Thank you, money to help the Thai people. Thank you.
I want to thank MetTech too. He just basically sent me $10 for you, and so I'll make sure you get $10. Whoop, whoop. Thank you, MedTech, man. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. So what's funny about MedTech, just a brief aside, he works out every single day. And when I'm doing these morning live streams, he takes his phone and he has it on speaker and he turns the volume all the way up and he puts it into the cup holder of like the treadmill and then he works out. And I'm like, dude, you're friggin' awesome. I mean, that's just like hilarious. But anyway, yeah, so remind me, I owe you $10.
I hope he's not at a gym.
Yeah, no, he is. That's what's hilarious. Because I was having the discussion about, the people that like walk through a mall and they've got their phone on and they're holding it like a foot away from the. Yeah, Steve, I don't know. I think you should definitely come over here and buy some kumquats because everybody else.
You don't need earbuds, sir. Sir, please, can we show you some earbuds?
I need some just to have this guy. So I was giving, just kind of waxing philosophically about my theories behind that. And he's like, oh, yeah, I do that all the time. In fact, I'm doing it right now at the gym, Mike. Okay.
Thank you, Paul.
More shaking?
Paul gave some money in as well. Thank you so much. But Paul says it's beer money.
Dude, you should keep track of how much. I mean, you probably got over. Okay, so here's the thing. So you take this cash and you give it to what? The woman who makes all of these meals, right? And then she just eventually buys rice and pork and all that.
So it's like 50 baht a meal.
Okay. And then the grab. What's in the grab bag? I mean, is it like toothpaste and living?
Yeah, exactly. The grab bag was mostly for children, so it's like it'll be a milk or a juice and some chips and a toothbrush and some toothpaste and just little tiny little things that are just nice, just fun. Grab bag.
It's interesting. I don't really think I'm speaking out of turn on this one, but I remember Gracie telling me about what it was like when she grew up. And she was, go, baby. More cash?
Aaron, thank you very much. Aztec's back on my side.
Well, I'm glad I helped to smooth that over because I was like...
We're facilitating, no, what do you call it? What's it called?
I was a coach.
It would be marriage counseling. For me and him, it would be subscriber counseling. No, the Patreon counseling. Whatever.
Yeah. No, but the interesting thing, the key word actually was the fact that and he wasn't the only person, but other people have reached out to me. And they're like, I'm a Patreon on Rob's and I don't get and I said, look, dude, here's the deal. First of all, you reach out to Rob directly. But secondly, I have never known him, like literally in the at least 5 years I've known him. He takes his Patreons very seriously, not the least of which is me. Because the first time, right? So I sign up. I have a PayPal account in the US, of course, like most people, and I have a Thai PayPal account. And I was using the US one, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna change this. So I unsubscribe from my PayPal account in the US because I'm gonna transfer it over to my Thai PayPal account. I get a line message from this guy, basically like I just broke up with him over line, and he's like, no, let's talk about it.
I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
I'll never forget this big message comes up. Are we okay? I'm like, but I appreciated it, dude, because obviously you're ridiculously conscious, of this like some random dude from San Diego who's like giving you whatever it is, $3, $4, $2, $1 a month, but you took it very seriously, and so I just wanted to kind of acknowledge that.
The people that leave and say that I wasn't active enough, I don't really reach out to them after that, because if that's the truth, if I don't perform on Patreon enough for them to feel like they're getting whatever they're supporting with, then I know that I'm not going to be able to do much more. I just know, because I've been on Patreon for 4 years. I know that about one video and maybe one message or private chat, I will chat with you every day. But to actually go and do a private video on Patreon more than once a week is just probably not in my wheelhouse at this point. And so when they say, okay, well, why did you leave? Why did you stop being a Patreon? And people say, well, he wasn't active enough. Fair enough. That's I can't be more active. But I really wish those people would just send me a message every day, like, hey, Rob, can you answer this question? When do you think Phuket's going to open up?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because sometimes I don't think to make a private video about when Phuket's going to open up. One, I don't know, but that's what I do. I do take Patreon and members very, very seriously, but I understand if they feel like Scott earlier. Scott was saying, I feel like I'm missing out on the live streams because I don't get a notification.
Oh,
yeah.
We have to talk. I swear to God. First of all, I don't get notifications for you, and your channel's been like on forever. I get so many messages from my guys, and bless you guys for the fact that like you're trying to get some content. I genuinely appreciate it. So many messages from guys. They will like sometimes the only comment they leave, Mike, this is great. Sorry I missed it. I didn't get a notification. How often does that happen to you? I mean, my God, I've only got 15. Although I'm excited about it because now I got 1,500 subs, which is rad, which is cool, right? But the point is that now I get more and more people that aren't getting notified. Like, how is this just going to happen for the rest of our lives?
I don't know. I don't know how. Okay, for people that don't know how tech savvy you actually are.
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like people in general. Okay.
No. For people that don't know, Mike is tech savvy. Let's just put it lightly. He knows how to turn on notifications, and he knows how to read emails. He knows that if he's a subscriber and he's joined, that and everyone else does. But if you're not getting notifications, but I get notifications for your channel.
Yeah.
But I don't get it for Philip DeFranco or someone else's channel that I've watched, or I get them sporadically. Like on a third, So, and again, to be the parent company, to be a subsidiary of Google, or was it ABC or whatever they're called? Google,
Alphabet,
ABC. No, Rob, it's called Alphabet.
ABC. ABC.xyz is their website, so I can understand why you would say that.
The Acme Unlimited company.
They're owned by a television conglomerate? No wonder the media is screwing me over. Anyway, yes, to be part of Google, go on.
A one check notification button, they can't seem to get it right, is beyond. Okay, here is their official answer.
Okay. Oh, you've reached. Okay.
Yeah, their official answer as to why you don't get notifications all the time is they don't want to bombard you with all the channels that you have subscribed to. So they pick and choose which ones that you seem to have watched more than others.
Are you kidding me? That pisses me off.
That's their official answer. Their official answer was that we don't give you a notification, because if you're subscribed to 100 channels,
which I probably am.
Yeah, we're not going to send you a notification for each 100 channels. Is what they. That was 6 months ago when they said that. So who knows? It's probably obsolete now, and that guy got fired.
Yeah, exactly. You idiot! Don't ever tell. Because the thing that drives me bonkers about it is the fact that the only way I want to get messages or notifications is in my Gmail. That is literally software running 2 inches to the left in the same damn data center as the freaking streaming engine that goes with my account. Because if you don't know, the way that these giant companies design data center is effectively each individual sort of node is yours. It's not just like they have a YouTube data center and a Gmail data center. And what they do is they try and design it so that it's more focused on the individual person. And I'm like, okay, that even makes more technical reasoning behind why the damn thing doesn't notify me. But it bums me out because I got to tell you, so now I definitely know why. I thought maybe it was just a technical incompetence. But what bugs me is there are many, I would submit, there are at least some of my subs that I totally dig, that I have like hours of chat with on live stream. And I postulate that there is a small part of them that thinks Mike is not notifying me. And that really bothers me because if it does bother them, I'm honored, because then they're just like, why doesn't he do something for me kind of thing. And that's awesome. But the other thing is like they don't know how to solve the problem. Because it certainly isn't published. Oh, yeah, we're only going to notify you the ones we feel that are relevant, that are generating revenue for us, probably.
Well, and also in the drop-down menu, when you do subscribe for notifications, it asks you, do you want some or do you want all? You would think by checking all, you would get all.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, there's the all. And that's why I purposely actually, and so what's funny is about all the things I've subscribed to, I will go through occasionally and I'll be like, well, okay, yeah, I want to see the notifications for that, but I don't want for the other ones because I'm capable of self-policing the amount of massive spam I get. And I'm like, no, I want this. So it's very frustrating. What I will tell you is I get 100% of your Patreon notifications. So to that point that you brought up earlier, I really do appreciate the fact that you notify Patreons that you're doing a live stream because it's the only friggin' time I find out.
Yeah. By the way, hello, Frankie. Frankie is not my blood sister, but a sister from way back, and it's really funny that she's here today, and I just want to say hey to her. Love you too, sis. And also, there's a question for you on my mic. How was your visit with Joe?
Oh, it was outstanding. Thank you for that question. And what's funny is I really, the main reason I reached out to him actually is because a lot of guys on my channel, live streams, that sort of thing, people sent me messages, hey dude, you're down in Prot Trap Currycon, are you going to go meet with Joe? And I was like, oh yeah, I mean, I love his channel. I think he's great. I've chatted with him up here in Bangkok and stuff, but I don't really want to bother him. Like he's down there with whatever. And then I was like, well, he's doing his own thing. And then I see one of his videos that he's like, oh, yeah, I'm meeting with a subscriber. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I put a comment on his thing. I said, it's funny. I said, a bunch of my subs are like, hey, are you going to go down and meet with Joe? And I said, so that's cool. I said, I'm only down here for another couple days or whatever. But next time you're in Bangkok, let's get together. I'll buy you a smoothie. And he reaches out to me and he's like, oh, dude, he says, we should totally meet up. So I was really honored. Right. And here's what's amazing about ERMD. I love this guy. Why? Doctor ERMD. Emergency Room. ERMD.
ERMD in the house.
This time it's personal. But
this time
it's for real. Sawadee krap, Aaron. Good to see you, buddy. But it was a great meeting because, and I know this may sound odd, but I have this label for people that it really invites me to basically have a second meeting with them. And it's simply that when I meet with them, they're normal.
Yeah.
And I see, so you immediately laugh. So maybe you know where I'm going, right? Because I meet with guys that are very well intentioned, and actually this hasn't happened in the last several months, but they're just weird. They just don't have the same. I guess for me too, it's probably they're less grateful, and I'm ridiculously grateful. So if they start complaining a whole lot, I'm like,
oh yeah. I'm 100% with that. If
tough.
They're not if they're not having fun here in Thailand, excuse me, fun's not the right word. If they don't appreciate being here, if they don't appreciate life, I don't have any time.
I get it.
I don't have time for people like I was saying yesterday about the people arguing at Boomers. It was all political and politics.
Yeah.
I don't get it. You're in the land of smiles. You have these people have money.
Yeah.
They have money. They have beverages if they need them. They got food. They've got girlfriends if they want them. None of them have medical issues that I know of.
Right.
And they want to bitch about politics. And I'm like, man, you're not even in America. None of us are in America.
Were they all Americans? They weren't all Americans.
They were all bitching about America.
You know what's interesting about that is that when I was in the Philippines, this was amazing to me. They obviously have a president. I mean, here they don't have a president, but that word is used in the Philippines, the president. Duterte, right? But there were so many instances that I just really took pause and noticed. I was like, what? This is bizarre. When I would be speaking with Filipinos, they would make the statement like, well, the president, and all this. And I was like, oh, really? He's doing that? And they're like, well, don't you know that your president is? I'm like, my president. But when they would use the word president, they would refer to the U.S. president. And because of how ridiculously visible the United States is, like it or not, I think a lot of people, they're focused on that, even though the Brits have their own government that existed a hell of a lot earlier than the United States. Yeah. But it's a topic, and I always go back to Shakespeare. And I know this sounds bizarre, but everything Shakespeare wrote about was like the royalty, effectively. And that's why in Massachusetts you hear a whole lot about the Kennedys, but you don't hear a whole lot about the Somervilles because we're not royalty, right? And the Kennedys in Massachusetts are effectively royalty. And the thing that I am actually very open to is sitting there and hearing people get negative and talking about, and I won't necessarily offer this, but if they question me about anything, certainly directly, and they have the slightest possibility that they might open their eyes a little bit and maybe start focusing on things that are more positive, or at least they're like, dude, how do I get more positive in Thailand? Then I'm willing to do it. But I'm with you, dude. It's almost a slippery slope, because what I don't want to do by engaging is giving them any sort of indication that, like, I really care. Right. What I care about is being able to provide a solution. And, I can't do that from here. That's the reality of it.
And so I've been in Thailand now for, it's almost 5 years.
Is it 5? Okay.
Yeah. So, but someone asked me, I forgot, 2 years ago or whatever, and they were like, what's the worst kind of subscriber? Or no, it wasn't the worst subscriber, but what's the worst thing that's happened? And I told him, I said, you know what, being here in Thailand at election time for America is a nightmare for me, because that's all people that come want to talk about. No matter what country they're from, they're like, so what do you think about this election? What do you think if he or she gets in? And I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, I know, totally.
Because, I mean, most people don't know that 70% of America doesn't even care, doesn't even vote.
Is it that much? I didn't realize that. Okay.
Well, I can't say the official number.
A high percent. Sure, yeah.
Right.
Large. Yes, but everybody does that.
When I was back in America, I can tell you, at 10 of my friends, I bet only 3 of them went to vote. Maybe 4. So, not just my friends. I'm just saying in general, that's the way. And when I'm in America, people talk about it, but not nearly as much as when I'm here. If I was sitting 4 years ago at a bar and Hillary and Donald Trump were going at it, and that's all they wanted to talk about.
Have you heard about her emails? Yeah. It's just like,
well, have you heard about him and what he grabbed her thingy-my-bob? Yeah. Grab him grab. He should have grabbed her emails. What he should have done.
Nice one. That's a good one.
I should put my hat on and go back and talk like Thailand Rob.
I will say, dude, of all the videos that you put out, I'm like, I can't do it. I made it halfway. I'm like, I'll thumbs up. I'll spend the money. I'll do it. I'll watch the ad all the way through. I won't even hit the skip button, but I can't listen to this.
It was only a 3-minute video. Come on.
Precisely. And I'm like, okay, I'll wait till 2 minutes. And if he spits some chew,
if you I thought about that.
If you did some dip, then I'd have been like, okay, I'm on board. But first of all, you didn't have a tank top on, didn't have a stain on it,
and I didn't have a leaf blower.
You didn't have a bass boat in the background either. That was a real disappointment.
If I'd have had a Bass Pro Shop hat on, or
for
something
sure,
with some
fishing hooks in the
right
hat.
There.
Yes, little fly fishing. Pull all that rope back.
God. Next time I'll put on my green poncho. Yeah.
All right, so we talked about this last time, but I think it's also relevant again. First thing you're going to do when you can, because obviously you can do some stuff, but it would be uncomfortable, disappointing. It would be a pain in the ass to get on a plane and head up here maybe. What are you going to do other than go over to Boomers?
Yeah, I want to get back to, I think I want to go to Bangkok. I mean, you seem to say that it's kind of normal now, so that sounds hopeful.
The BTS is packed at 7 a.m. It's a pain in the ass. I loved it when everyone was unemployed.
Okay, now I'm not really a bar guy, but the bars are still not open there, right?
Yeah, that's a great question. The best thing to do is to always ask a guy who's 28 years sober whether the bars are open, or.
No, I'm saying.
No, I know. Yeah, no, me neither, dude. I have absolutely no idea.
I just mean nightlife is not the same in Bangkok as it used to be. Still, from what I gather, I guess in all of Thailand that's still closed. That's still closed.
That's the phase 4. That is phase 4.
So if I went up there, what I would do is I would I would meet with my friends and go out to dinner.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. But I didn't know, it's like, okay, me and Fawn wanted to get on a riverboat dinner like we did before, if that's going on or not. Yeah, so I'm just honestly, I have no plans to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Probably till October or December. I've already whatever the word is, just given up on any thoughts of doing it. You, on the other hand, you wake up in the morning, you're like, I'm going to try to go to Koh Samui.
Yeah, the damn beaches are open. The beaches are open now, which is good.
Yeah, and I applaud that. Where I am a very, very, as many people know, and I get bitched at, and rightfully so, considering I have a YouTube channel that I should do more. I get stuck in my little Kamala Beach. I don't want to go anywhere. I love it here.
Dude, trust me. I mean, it's not like this condo is horrible, and like it's very quiet. I can do live streams, but I mean, like yesterday I cruised over to some local coffee shop and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's I do like to travel. I will say that. Now, what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to go to Bangkok Airways. I want to see how much it actually costs to get down to Samui. Have you ever flown Bangkok Airways down to you, or do you just go Air Asia usually?
I think once I did, but it was. I've only flown Bangkok Airways once. I just don't remember where I went or which way I was going.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fine.
Great customer service.
I've flown Thai. Everyone that I've flown, I mean, Air Asia is budget and Nok Air is budget, but I still don't have a problem if it's just an hour flight. I'm not ordering food.
Yeah, which they won't give you now anyway. So Bangkok Airways is not going to Phuket anytime soon. So let me go over to Nok and see if that would get me down there. And in fact, if we want, we could do this actually, because we have the tech.
Oh, look! Now we're in 1080.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, right.
Hey, now we're not in 1080.
Yeah, that's all right. Let me see here.
Hey, everybody! If you're just tuning in right now, we're going to look and see if Nok Air is flying from Bangkok down.
Did they go to? Phuket. Yeah, they go to Don Muang.
And we're going to find out how much it can cost you right now at the low price of 220,000.
So I can't. Okay, so what's interesting? Remember how you mentioned the 9th? I think you can see my cursor here. They're not doing anything down to the 16th is the earliest I can fly Nok Air down there.
And that's what I was telling you.
$50.
It looks like that. We have been told that the airport here only opens on the 15th, so that would make sense.
Ah, there you go. Okay, that makes sense. Cool.
There, you heard it. You heard it second, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. Mike verified it with the
We're
internet.
not on time, but we're there. We got the seatbelt off right before the plane landed.
Yeah, there we go. That's a pretty good one.
Those people too, man.
That's
You're talking about Thai people in their cars, but geez, these people in the airplanes, as soon as they hit wheels on the land, they're unbuckling like they're going to get out any faster.
They do. Well, and what's funny, right, is if you're on a plane full of Chinese people and they've never flown before, like the plane touches down and they're like, okay, yeah, we better get up and we better head to the door. It's like, yeah, first rodeo.
Oh, my God, yeah.
That was a funny comment, Damo. That's a funny comment. I had to put that up there. I thought that was pretty good.
Which one? The bomb?
The one that
you say. Well, see, together. So go ahead. You call
Damo
and the bomb.
Damo.
The bomb.
Damo.
The bomb.
Marco.
Polo.
Oh,
okay.
Christ!
Wrong
I was just in like an above the ground pool just then. That was so lame.
Got to ask about the bars. Yeah. Well, no, he's an educated guy. I mean, okay.
No, but read the second part of his statement. That's what's funny.
I just edited myself from what I was getting ready to say. That was funny. Because it doesn't mean you have to partake in something to know about it. Right, Mike?
Just ask me.
That's an inside joke. That's an inside joke.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I wish everyone that was watching right now could have seen 3.5, 4 years ago when Mike and I were both at the same time up in Bangkok, and we were just randomly walking opposite ways on Sukhumvit, and ran into each other, but we recognized each other. But you had hair then, but we recognized each other like 50 feet from each other. And we went, just no freaking way.
Are you kidding me? Well, because I had seen you, like 2 weeks before that or whatever. Do you have any idea what the title of that video is? I could actually play that little thing when we... do you have any idea what the title of that is? I mean, probably what? If I search your site for the word Bangkok, maybe it'll show up?
I don't remember. Jeff, I'm sorry about that comment. I deleted. I didn't mean to delete it. Jeff wrote a comment, and it said show or hide, and I accidentally hit hide. I'm sorry. It wasn't bad. He said, I saw a Chinese ask for milk. Oh, it's on there. I saw one Chinese ask for milk. It's not a bad comment. It was just the word Chinese, and they're like, hey, we don't want to offend.
Oh, wait, it grayed out automatically?
Yeah,
for the word
just for the word Chinese in there.
For the love of God.
Or maybe it read, I saw one Chinese guy, and maybe it just went, well, that's not politically correct, sir.
Yeah, that won't
if
work.
you want notifications, we're screwed.
Yeah, exactly. We're never going to let you know anything. I'm trying to find out when the heck.
I don't know that was a long time
ago. It was a long time ago. Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
and
I was filming. I forgot that I was.
No, you were
filming.
walking down the sidewalk, and literally your video ends with, "Are you effing kidding me?"
Yeah, I had to bleep that out.
Yeah, because that was before I realized what appropriate meant.
And then I took a former alcoholic to Nana Plaza, where nothing happened.
Actually, nothing did happen.
We just ordered a Coca-Cola, and I got a Leo, and that was it.
Maybe. I mean, we literally sat there outside of Lollipop. Right?
Yeah, we were outside of Lollipop. Actually,
and we just like
right.
People watching, probably, because I was like, dude, if I have any more friggin' caffeine, I'm going to be able to do a live stream for 3 hours.
Coffee.
Oh, my God. Oh, my Buddha. Look at all the people. Oh, my God. I can't wait to talk to them. Oh, my God. Is that a girl? Who cares? Come over here.
The shaking. I can't get the shaking to show. There we go. Coffee.
There we go. Yeah. Mike had hair. I started watching older videos and almost thought it was a different person. Yeah, absolutely. It's like, why does he have, like, I've heard of people wearing raccoon caps, but why does he have this dead animal in the back of his head?
Oh my God.
It's interesting.
I have 111 people watching and 66 thumbs up. Can I get 67 thumbs up, please?
Let me ask you, why do you end your live streams when you reach a certain level of success? Meaning, like, enough people show up and you're like, okay, that's it, I'm done. I honestly don't. I mean, I think it's cute, but I don't understand why.
It is absolute. It makes no sense.
Random, yeah.
If I was on the board of any company, I would have been fired after the first time.
Once we sell 100 Teslas, screw it.
Okay, so the Home Shopping Network, I probably could get a job there.
Urgency.
If we sell all 14 of these, we're cutting this live cast is over. And we're going to go on a trip to Bermuda because we sold all this beautiful set of diamond pearl. Oh, we got 100 more in the bank? Oh, never mind, people.
Is that how the average person who shops at QVC talks? Is that the very similar accent?
Which one? Yeah, they're always going to have one Southern woman in there. Always. There's got to be that. Let it go. Now, y'all, this right here, when I first saw it, I got the first one. I had to have it.
I had to have it because normally you don't need 2 toasters in your kitchen. But let me tell you right now, I can toast 2 bagels. How you go? Oh, what up, Coca-Cola? Big fan of
Ken. This is a $120 dono.
Are you serious?
It says 20 is for beer and the rest is for food for kids.
Oh, that's outstanding.
It's awesome. And Kelly, if you're still on.
There you go. Match it.
Kelly actually.
Wait, he gave you $120 in Super Chat?
Yes.
Oh, $40 of it.
Hey.
Knock
it off. No. It is what it is.
I know. I mean, dude, we're using their globally 100% reliable live streaming platform. Trust me, I don't dispute it, but it's just
absolutely. And what we're talking about, people, is that there is a percentage that YouTube takes, but it doesn't matter because I will backfill whatever that is for the children. I am not. Your money's not going to YouTube per se. It is going to YouTube literally a percentage. But no, if you donate 120, 20 is going to go for beer and 100 is going to the kids' food. Yes, thank you so much, everybody. Kelly, thank you for the challenge, Kelly, and thank you, Ken, and thank you, everybody.
Absolutely, dude. That's awesome. Now, okay, when did you say that is? Like, and you don't usually do videos about it, and I actually really respect that because I was like walking down the street, when all those people were. I mean, in there, you want to talk about. That's kind of like teetering on, am I being humiliated or am I humbled, right? Kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm not videoing these people standing here. This is just sad.
Right. So when I walk down when I see them lined up waiting, there's not a chance in that I want to film them waiting for food.
Totally. Yeah.
And that's a big reason why I don't. Now, if I'm a block away and I just have my phone and I take a picture, I'm like, look at all these people lined up. You can't see their faces. I'm not humiliating anybody. I'm just saying this is cool. These people are actually getting a meal from someone else. This is really cool. And most of the people don't mind being filmed. Actually, it's not Japan. And what I mean by that is Japan, if you bring a camera out,
everybody else.
They're happy. They're happy, man.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not going to film people sitting on the curb waiting to get a free meal.
Yeah.
But I will film a general process this coming Saturday. When this is the next, it's every day here at Pim's place and a couple of other spots. I can't say which ones because not everyone that I know of except Pim has done it every day for like 100 days. I mean, it's just been a long time. So Pim gets money. I go to their place and I give them cash. But the one that I'm working with right now, that's going to be next Saturday. But with all this money that's coming in right now, I'm just going to spread it to anyone that's giving out food. And like Danny's place, they're giving out raw food. And what I mean by not supplies is what I should say. They're giving out, bags of rice, milk, eggs, all the stuff and the people like that even more, because then they can go home and cook what they want.
Yeah, well, right. But didn't you also say on your video that like the woman who gives out that food, like her restaurant, like the Thais love her food, like she's a really good cook? Didn't you say,
yeah.
Who was that? I can't remember what that woman was.
The one that's coming up on Saturday, she is such a good chef when it comes to her soup. But she told me this time, she says, I can't do 300 portions of soup. So she goes, it's just too much. She goes, it takes so long to make this.
Massive
we don't
bowls they have.
We don't have
pots.
Enough.
Yeah, they're huge.
Right. So they have to make it and then probably refrigerate it. And then the next day, make it again and then reheat what they have. I mean, yeah. So she said, I'll do 100 soup and 200 rice and chicken and 300 goodie bags. She's got it figured out. But and I told there was a gentleman here. I don't know if I should, but there's a gentleman that's here and he wanted to sponsor, and he is sponsoring this as well. He's helping as well with this food. And he thought just giving more money would be fine. That would fix the problem. And I talked to her and she says, I can't. You can give me all the money in the world. I can't do. I just don't have the power or the I don't have staff.
So what are they now? Has this always been the same place, or like over the last, let's say 2 months, you've seen 5 restaurants do it, 2, or just one that you kind of concentrate on?
No, I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've seen probably 10 places do it, and it's dwindled down now to maybe 3. Okay. And I don't know what's going on because there were some people that told me they have money to do another one, but that they were going to wait. I don't know what that means. I don't know these people personally. I just went to their restaurant and I asked, "Do you need funds?"
Right.
And they told me no. We're going to wait until a later date, and then we'll do it then. But I don't believe that's going to happen. because I think now that we're getting back into business, that these food drives they're gonna stop. It's gonna stop eventually, pretty soon.
Did you have? Here's what we had in Bangkok. Like I would be literally just like walking down, like the Skywalk or something like that. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Pinto. There we go. That's pretty awesome. $10 for food and get yourself a 100 baht soda. Oh, a 100 soda.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, give me some jingle, dude. Give me some jingle, Mr. Chris Kringle.
I gotta get a better sound than this.
That's all right.
Oh, that's not bad.
I like you using that lousy sound because that way when I come with my sound, it'll be superior.
Oh, that's loud.
Ah. A 100 soda. Yeah, these guys, I like the 100s. Do you ever drink those? 100 plus? You see those sodas?
No.
I love those, dude.
I know. You made a whole video about it.
I did.
Yeah,
I didn't do a whole video, but I only talked about it for like about 90 to 100 minutes nonstop on one of my live streams. No big whoop.
When you do an 8-hour live stream, what's 90 minutes?
Absolutely. So anyway, walking down, and they were constructing, and some of them were actually quite nice, these big cabinets, really. And then they would just like fill them with food, and the Thais would come by, open up the cabinets, take some food, walk away, and then the next Thai would come up. Did you have anything like that there? I was amazed they did that here.
Well, that's kind of what Danny's does. You don't open the cabinet; they just put it on the shelf. But yeah, people can just walk up, grab how many eggs they want, grab how much rice they want, grab milks, waters, and that's it. And then just walk away.
Have you ever seen anybody like taking more than they should?
Yes. So what
Really?
Danny's is, yeah, yeah. It's unfortunate. But
Wow.
Danny's, and what they found out was the more that they put on the shelf, the more that people would take. So what they do is instead of putting 25 bags of rice out there, they'll put 5. If they put 25 bags of rice out there, someone comes up and they'll take 10 bags.
Okay.
If they only put 5 bags of rice up there, people come up, they only take 1 bag. Because it's a mentality thing.
Yeah, sure. Right, yeah.
They're trying to leave it, but if they think that we have 1,000 bags of rice in the back, they're like, well, what does it matter to you if I take 1 or if I take 10? But if they think we're running, or Danny's, if they think Danny's is running out on their shelf of eggs and stuff, they should take what they need, and that's it for the next day or two.
The reason I asked that, actually, was almost rhetorical, is that here in Bangkok, I didn't see one person take more than they should. It wasn't like, oh my God, like I got to go, the whole toilet paper, thing that of course was blown out of proportion in the media. But then nonetheless, I'm going to buy all these, and there's like one, and I've even had buddies of mine tell me, oh yeah, I was at the grocery store the other day in San Diego and I went to get, there were 2 like bags of something left and this woman took both and I just asked her if I could have one and then she like screamed at me or threw food at me or whatever. Again, it's news, right? So it's negative. But the point is that I was amazed because it's Bangkok, dude. And I'm thinking, okay, look, first of all, they're going to run out of food in this box like really quickly. And they would replenish these things. I mean, there was one down here, Sukhumvit 101 by True Digital Park. And that building alone has to employ like 2,000 people. Now, those people have jobs, and so presumably they don't need this free food. But it's really interesting how it's died down, and you mentioned that too. I don't have a source for accurate Thai news, like you were saying before. Meaning, though, I don't know like what the Thais are going through. Like, I mean, I get these global reports about the whole entire globe, the Thai economy, and usually it's focused on tourism. But I don't hear about like I have no idea how many unemployed Thais there are. Have you heard any stats on that?
Oh no, I mean, I probably did a month ago, but no, not currently. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Are you close enough with any of them that have gotten that 5,000 baht?
Yeah. I know.
Oh yeah,
okay. Yeah, and actually, I know the Burmese that work over here. They are entitled to like a 1,700 baht distribution. So I know Burmese that have gotten their money, and I know some that haven't, and I know Thai people that have, and I know Thai people that haven't.
Okay.
And trust me, when we go back to what we were talking about earlier, where the Thais don't speak well sometimes about their
government
leadership because it is so random, and they don't know. They don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay, two massage places side by side, working on the same street in the same town for the same amount of time.
Right.
One gets her money, the other one doesn't. Why? Who knows? Who knows? Is one legitimate? Not legit. I know what made it easier in the beginning was if all the paperwork has been filled out correctly and in time, not just for the reimbursement, but for the shop. So let's just say the shop paperwork was filled out and kept in order the whole time, usually no problem. But let's just say that they're behind a payment or they didn't.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense, to be fair. It's like, I mean, I got buddies that, have never paid their U.S. income tax, and they're not U.S. citizens, and they basically expect
their $1,200 check.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, or they're sitting there going, well, I haven't paid, or I owe the government. And then they're like, wait a minute, I've heard that if you owe the government over $50,000 and I try to get back in the U.S., they won't let me in. I'm like, good. Pay up, sport.
You should have had a better accountant. Oh my God.
I mean, of all the things to pay first, I mean, I think taxes is way up there. So in Bangkok, what I've noticed is that in the mornings and like rush hour, the MRT is doing an infinitely better job of social distancing than the BTS inside of the trains. And they're doing that by limiting the amount of people that can get on the escalator, that can go into the thing, that can and then go. Oh. And so that's the MRT. But I mean, at 5 p.m., I mean, there are lines that are 300 meters, I mean, just snaking into the thing. And then, of course, an hour later, it's all gone, right? Oh, okay. But the BTS, it's interesting because I'll be in the BTS and I can't even imagine. There's a part of me from a social experiment perspective. I'd really like to walk into the BTS with a camera and not have my mask on and see what the reaction is. God. Because I mean, that would just be walking there with no pants on, right? But which is
there you go again.
Fully support.
For all of you that don't know about Mike and his pant situation, he likes to either not wear pants or he likes to talk about not wearing pants. I don't know what is true because I don't know him that well.
So as mentioned before, we are not going to go into detail about when we hung out in Nana Plaza 3 years ago.
No. So for future reference, at going in the live stream at 1 hour and 42 minutes is where we start talking about Mike wearing pants or is Mike not wearing pants. You can place your own bets and on Mike's channel. Please, not my channel.
Please, not my channel.
Welcome to Mike's morning show. Pants or no pants?
No pants, ladies and gentlemen.
No, true story. I'm not going to let you off on that one yet. True
really?
Story.
Oh my God.
No, just wait a second. True story is before we did the live stream this morning, the wake up call I got from Mike on Facebook was, what did you say? You said something and no pants on or something like that. You're saying,
go check, I guess.
So I went immediately and put on my PJs.
Oh, yeah.
My PJs.
Gee, Rob, where did you get those pants?
Well, there was this. I know a guy.
Yeah, tell us the story, Muddy Bucks.
Now they're going to think that these. No, we need to stop now.
Yeah, fair enough.
And at 1 hour and 44 minutes, we stopped this conversation.
At the end of the day, dude, the best way to travel is the front of the plane or the back of the car. I totally get it. I'm right there with you.
I flew in first class once in my life. I got, unfortunately, it was only from Kansas City to Chicago. It was a very short flight.
Oh, that's not even lay flat. That's just basically wide extra leg room. Domestic?
Right. No, yeah.
First class is ridiculous.
It was still called first class back then. Now United
right.
doesn't even have first class anymore. It's just business, I think. But I got in what was it? A2, whatever, the second seat on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so weird because I've never been in a first class. So I got these rich people next to me, and you could tell they were rich because they didn't talk about money.
Thank you for watching my live stream.
Oh, you say that too?
Seriously? I thought you were joking. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
No,
because a lot of people
my-
ask me, why aren't you dating that Thai girl anymore? And then I go into the story, and that's one of the phrases I use.
Oh no, I didn't hear that part. But
People
my
with money
thing
don't
is,
talk about money.
people who have money never talk about money. Well, not never, but they don't talk about money, especially
Not with
there.
other people that they'll talk about it with other people that have money. That's it. That's the
So
only thing.
yeah, and sitting around the boiler room or wherever I'm sitting, bars or restaurants, all these guys that tell me that they had money, or
Right.
that's the reason they came over here and they're doing fine. But then they look at their bill and they go, "Good God, 300 baht for this." I'm like, "Yeah, big spender over there."
Yeah, how you doing there,
Anyway,
sports shoes? Accountability's a bitch.
First class that one time, and I could not believe the difference in the way I was treated, more or
Customer
less.
service.
Oh wow,
No, it's ridiculous.
400% different.
Well, think about it. Especially where in the plane you were in, I would argue there were probably less than 10 rows for first class. There were maybe only 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in those 5 rows, there are 2 flight attendants.
Right.
In the remaining 48 rows, there are 3 flight attendants, right? I mean, it's just, so yeah. But that's, that's the big thing. When I tell people, they ask me, "Oh, you're going to feel 4-star, 5-star hotel or whatever." I said, look, the main difference between a 4-star and a 5-star hotel is simply the customer service. It's not necessarily the infrastructure. It's the quality of customer service. Yeah.
I mean, I worked at when I was working at the Ritz-Carlton, I can tell you the reason the Ritz-Carlton got its name, it's probably not that great now, I guess, but one was privacy, and wow, anything. I mean, if you called downstairs and said, "I need a Domino's pizza," we were instructed to. We would do it. I mean, it's not. "Oh, sir, we don't do that." We're third. No,
it's not. You don't do that. Yeah, no, absolutely. I get there and the woman says, it was like 6 or 7 at night. I mean, it wasn't super late, but I was like kind of tired or whatever. She's like, "Is there anything that you want?" And I said, honestly, I would, and I wasn't doing this to be, like, "Oh my God, I wonder what I can get away with." I just, kind of just said to her off the cuff, I'd like, I would really love a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I said, the downside is whenever I go somewhere and I don't make the peanut butter and jelly sandwich myself, there's never enough. I put a ton of peanut butter, a ton of jelly, and we're just sort of, there's no one else waiting in line. It's sort of banter. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. And I said, the other thing too is you got to have and she's like, "Oh yeah, I really love this, blah, blah, blah." I said, and you got to have an ice cold glass of milk. It is critical. You got to have, right? So I'm in my room 10 minutes. Ding dong. Guy shows up. He has on a plate.
Silver
I didn't even know. It wasn't. Well, but there was silverware, which was ridiculous, of course. It was just part of the presentation.
Hey, you never know, man.
You never know what I cut it. Anyway, but here's what was amazing is they made and it was, it was good and it was overloaded and everything and all that. But they took, I guess, those things that you see bakers have, like, and it's like a triangular white piece of fabric and they put icing in it and then they like squeeze it down to like icing cake. Yeah.
Icing bag.
Icing bag. Yeah. So what they did is they took something like that and that had chocolate in it and they wrote, "Welcome, Michael." And they gave me, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But here's why I love Ritz-Carlton over anything ever. And ideally, this happened to you almost every morning when you had a team meeting before the thing.
Yeah.
We are ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
There is
and you never forget that either.
Absolutely not. There is no better. I mean, you could argue that Nordstrom, people will joke around about that and they'll say, look, that there's one sentence in the Nordstrom's employee manual, which is "do the right thing." And it's like, okay, maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But there is absolutely no debate that says that. We are ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen. And what I loved about the majority of the leadership is when they would have big meetings, they would start off the meeting with, "Good day, ladies and gentlemen." And I'm like, you guys are friggin' spectacular.
And when we had big meetings, we were in the banquet rooms as if we were the CEOs of Apple and Microsoft. And I mean, we got served. We had ladies and gentlemen serving ladies and gentlemen who serve ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Absolutely. Because there's no better way to know what the expectation of the experience is than to actually experience it yourself. And the other thing, too, which is potentially manipulative, but I think it's also very helpful, is the fact that the majority of the people that are serving these ladies and gentlemen, they don't necessarily get served that way. So,
Correct.
like you sort of described, you're like, oh my God, they were treating us as if we were CEOs.
Yeah.
And that is a feeling. You get this, oh my God, this is like I feel special. I'm not standing in a line for 2 hours waiting for the same goddamn Disney ride that everybody else is, and I'm distracted by the amount of money that I paid, blah, 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 blah. I am the most important person in the entire world in this place. And here's what I love about companies like that, is that it costs very little extra money to go that extra mile. To be able to provide that level of service, you don't need to hire 3 times the staff. You don't need to hire like a whole bunch of extra limos. Because again, like you said, when you're in the position to be a patron there, the majority of the people, about at least 75%, they don't take advantage of that sort of stuff. You'll always get the new money person who's high maintenance, and they're like, oh my God, I paid so much for this. I expect a goddamn peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But that's what I really love about it. And then, of course, because of that, not costing so much, the bottom line isn't gargantuan, but the top line revenue is freaking epic. Because I mean, what's a room cost in a major city? Like $650.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee. Can you talk about where you would stay if you were coming to Thailand in July?
Good question. Yeah. So, and then I presume you mean like if I could come in and yeah, exactly. And I didn't have to wait 2 weeks, right? If I didn't have to quarantine for 2 weeks, if I just came in like a regular tourist.
I'll be right back.
Right on. I was thinking about that, interestingly enough, because, much like I'm sure on Rob's channel, people reach out to me and they're like, well, I'm thinking of coming this time, or I'm thinking of coming. What do you think's going to happen, or whatever? Fair question, right? And again, obviously, no one can predict the future, but it's like, well, you're over there, Mike. So what do you think? Like, what do you hear in the hallway, kind of thing? And the interesting part is that I think, unfortunately, and I know he didn't mean specifically to July, but I don't think July is going to happen. If I were to guess, I would say that for foreigners coming in, August will likely be, when you can get in, and it's not completely uncomfortable. Because obviously today, if you showed up and you've got a, diplomatic passport, or you've got, the work visa, the work permit, the business visa, then you still got to go through a whole bunch of stuff, right? I mean, you got to get the insurance, you have to get the fit to travel certificate, less than 72 hours, and all of the little check boxes. And like a bunch of people, I think, have mentioned, not just on this channel, but many live ones that are relative to even just Southeast Asia, it's like, okay, so I'm going to go on vacation, and I'm going to effectively potentially have to spend the first 2 weeks of my vacation in a hotel that I don't necessarily want to be in, and I'm going to have this, horrible experience, right? Because I'm going to be quarantining and that sort of thing. Which is why several, hoteliers, not the least of which is the Ritz-Carlton, is providing these just 7-star experiences with these hotels and, potentially medical care. But I mean, all you got to do is, make sure that you have someone on call. It's not like they're living there in the hotel. But it is like 30,000 baht a night for these super. I mean, again, it's not the only thing that's available. I was talking about when you come in and you have to quarantine for 14 days and it's on your dime, right? And how there are companies similar to the Ritz-Carlton experience that are like, oh my God, look at this. And they have these beautiful rooms, and it's got like its own kitchen. So like you never have to leave the room, and you have all of your needs taken care of. You've got a butler that can like and it's 30,000 baht a night. And I'm like, so, and what was interesting is around that, as well as some other things that I read about in the Bangkok Post, is it was really clear that they're really focusing on having wealthy tourists come in, not just focusing on tourists come in. Because they were like, well, if you really want to come in here, you can just get yourself an elite visa. What? Just double click on that, dude. That is like big cash. Compared to the other ones, right? I mean, obviously you could calculate the ROI, but the point is that it's the significant delta in cost.
Yeah, I I was approached by Elite Visa, and I still am interested in working with them. Not me personally, but to help. They
Promote it.
have a product that is in demand for a certain type of clientele.
Yeah, and the 500,000 bot one for like 5 years,
Yeah,
it's like, okay, that's not a ton of money. But additionally, I'm sure there are plenty. In fact, the last time you and I were on a live stream, some guy asked us about condos, right? And so if
yeah,
one guy asks, there's a pretty high likelihood that there's another 10 guys that just didn't bother and they have the same question. And so, yeah, there's absolutely an audience out there that's like, okay, I'm going to buy a condo anyway. So, like, give me this visa, And I think that's a pretty valid thing.
uh,
I so
yeah.
anyway, you go.
One of my squirrels says I'm told that Elite Visa doesn't even work right now. It does. It does work. Elite Visa, for those that don't know, Elite Visa is just a tourist visa on steroids, and it's taken
Basically,
care of by a law firm that's not even based in Thailand, to be honest. But they here's what's funny about the Elite Visa is anyone can do it themselves, but good luck. Good luck doing it yourself. All the rules are in place to have an Elite Visa, but the
well, they
law
don't call it
firm,
that, right? Obviously, I
no,
mean you can get
no,
5 and 10 year
no,
long stay visas from the consulate. Yeah.
yes, and you can do it all yourself and not pay any of the money. Good luck with that.
Well, no, you still have to have tons of cash. I mean, you still have to have like 2 million baht.
Okay,
Like
I
if you go to the
yeah,
consulate, if you go to the website in the consulate for Los Angeles, they have obviously OA and then O, which is or whatever, and then they have like under the long stay visa page, they have the 5 year and the 10 year, and
yeah, but the money that
it's
you're talking about, it would be in a bank, right?
uh, yes, but it has to be in a Thai bank.
Right, but
So right, but you don't
when
just
you
like pay for the thing. I understand what you're saying.
right, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Anyway, enough about the Elite Visa. It is very interesting, and it can be done. And for some people, the number one, what they told me, what the Elite Visa company told me, was their primary customer is the person that's already lived here for probably over 10, 15 years, and they're just tired
Yeah.
of dealing with the rules.
Outsource it. I'm gonna have a guy handle this for me. Totally.
I'm just gonna pay. And plus, they're probably getting older. They
Yeah.
probably are looking at their nest egg and they're going, "I'm not going to spend all this," or maybe that's what they're thinking. Why not spend it on peace of mind,
Convenience. Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally
convenience?
get it. In other words, there's about 7 different ways I can get from Suvarnabhumi Airport to my condo. And one of those could potentially cost 18,000 baht. I don't choose that one. Or I could take, BTS to ARL, or I could take a taxi, or you've walked outside of where the taxis are, and there's the taxis, and then to the right, there's 17 black
Yeah,
BMWs that have sequential license plates. I'm like, you guys even park this? I mean, for someone with OCD, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. This is numerical. It's alphabetical. It's if they've got the least amount of scratches and then more scratches as you go down. I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing.
the scratches are in line.
How did you even do that? Did you guys all drive by the same cornfield at the same time?
We have our cars keyed in the same area. Yeah.
You ever had a car keyed?
Yeah.
Really?
When
Ex-girlfriend?
no, no. When I was a teenager, my first car, I just had it parked out back of where I was working at a restaurant as a dishwasher or cook or wherever I was at that point in my career as a restaurant person.
Restaurant.
And I came outside one day and there was this big, huge gash all over on the hood, not even on the side.
So someone like
I
took the
don't
time
know.
to. Yeah.
They didn't like my car.
Oh, it was. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah. I
Well, I don't
gratefully
know.
have not had that happen, but yeah, I mean, I've come out of the parking lot after going to the grocery store, and I'm like, dude, really? Like obviously someone just didn't give a crap or whatever,
Now,
or maybe
you
they didn't
said
even know. Who knows?
you've had some. I heard you on your yesterday's show. You've had high end cars. Have you ever had it keyed or something done to you just because it was a high end car?
No.
See, I haven't either. I've had I've had high-end cars in the past, and I never had a problem with the high-end cars, but the one that got keyed was the 74 Nova.
Dude, you had a Nova?
I had a Nova.
Oh, dude, that is friggin' spectacular. Oh
First
my
car,
God.
74 Nova.
I'll never forget. You know how in the yearbook for high school, right? Like you've had your name and the picture and stuff, and then underneath you had the ability to put a quote in there, right?
Well, if
Did
I
you
hadn't got drop out of school, I know, yeah.
had you actually graduated instead of going the GED route. But anyway, so there's a quote in there, right? And some people would, I mean, I love my buddy John. He had a great one. He said, in the book of life, the answers aren't in the back. I thought that was pretty sweet.
That's cool.
Yeah. But one of the guys, I'll never forget, he was, his quote was 1974 Hyponova. Like that was his, he wanted to build a Hyponova is the way that he labeled
Hypo
it.
Nova.
Hypo, dude. Absolutely. Hypo.
Todd, my one of my members, Todd, he just wrote. He goes, "I had a '74 Nova in HS. HS.
What, where he lived, you mean?
I'm guessing I had a '74 Nova.
High school. High school.
High
HS,
school.
High school. High school.
See how many bald guys does it take to figure out
Absolutely. Just
an
the two.
acronym or an abbreviation?
Just the two. Well,
Yeah,
your buddy Damo,
Oh, DeBomb.
your buddy Damo,
DeBomb.
there we go, says it was an angry husband that scratched the car. Papa.
It was an angry
Very funny.
husband. No.
I
Back
just
when
thought that was funny. I had to throw that up there.
Oh God, yeah, we can't talk about that. No. I think about things because in real life, when you're 18, you're probably dating someone 18 or younger. So, but
Oh, I see what you mean.
yeah, but when you're on a YouTube channel, you don't want to talk about who you were dating when you were 18.
You know what's funny is I'm trying to think. When I was 18, how old was Jamelia? She was 20. I think she was 21, or I was 19, and she was like 21 or 22. And I'm trying to think how long. I think for the most part, like up until I was probably about 30-ish, all the women I dated were older than me. And then like around my mid-30s, since now, all of the women I've dated have basically been in their 30s, which is sort of interesting, right?
Well, yeah.
That's
Oh,
weird.
what was? I had a thought. I just lost it. Oh my God! Because I was reading one of the. Ron said his wife's car got keyed in a handicap parking lot.
Well, if she was parked there illegally, I can understand.
No.
Yeah,
She was handicapped. Man,
that's lame, dude. You don't do that. That's like burning churches. Don't even get me started on that friggin' disaster. Justin
wait!
said,
You shouldn't have said it because now that'll probably happen.
that's all right. We can ignore those pretty. Well, we'll just talk about Justin. How he just says he had a '75 Camaro first car, not fun to drive in the snow. No, unless you were cool like me and you found a place that was a junkyard and they sold used tires. And I got some studded snow tires, dude. And when you would drive down the road and there wasn't ice or snow, it would be like. But when there was ice or snow, dude, in my 1974 Plymouth Scamp, heyo, that baby handled like it was on rails at 5 miles an hour.
All right. So while I was making my coffee, I had an epiphany.
Speaking of which, I should get some coffee. Hold on one second. You talk about something that has nothing to do. You talk about nonsense.
More than snow tires.
And I'll come back for the epiphany.
That sounds good for the epiphany. Guys, thank you so much for all of you that's contributed to feeding, doing the food drives. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. And I will definitely do a small video on that. I don't want to do a large video on people getting the free food because I don't think it's going to keep going on, and I don't want to. I just don't like putting a bunch of people on camera that are getting food because I got some negative feedback from videoing it. It's like I was exploiting it, and I'm not. You know, guys, that I'm helping. But every time you do something good, someone has to come out of the woodwork and say, "Oh, you're doing this just so you can do what was that? Yeah, I'm doing it for fundraising. I love fundraising though. I didn't want to promote the Corona fundraising, and I didn't. But doing the food, I think, is fine. And thank you all so much. I Y to you. Thank you all so much for helping out with that. It's been wonderful, and it's all gone to family and mainly children, which I'm very, 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 very happy about to see children getting fed. It was awesome. What's going on in there? Rod says a 69 Nova was a piece of crap because it was all plastic. Yep. Dan says, don't worry about the video. Just tell them we are sending. Yep. No worries. 350 V8. What else is going on? It's raining outside. Can you see? I don't know if you. Yeah, that's my front door. Yeah, it's just all gray, but it just started raining again this morning here in Phuket, Kamala. It's been every day back to normal, which means this is the rainy season. It's supposed to rain, but for the past 3 years, it has not been normal rainy seasons. We have had a drought for 2 full years, and the year before that, it was opposite. It rained in the non-rainy season. And so I don't know, this El Nino stuff that goes around maybe once every 5 or whatever years El Nino is. But hello, Zane. But yeah, we're finally getting back to normal rainy season here in Phuket, where in rainy season it's actually raining like it's supposed to. I was just telling everybody it's finally raining like normal here. For the past 3 years, we've had like an El Nino effect.
Yes, I can't believe how little rain there's been in Bangkok. I mean, it's been absolutely really, really weird. Oh, I want to thank Paul. Paul T, thank you very much, dude, for food. Okay, awesome. Shoot. Okay, so I think, if I'm wrong, guys, please hold me accountable, but I think right now I owe Rob $20. Is that right? There was another guy with $9.99, and then there's Paul with 10, so I want to make sure I said
well, you can ask them. I mean, you're free to just take the money and donate it if you see something there, aren't you?
No, but look at the screen. Look at the screen. Look at what he wrote.
For food. It didn't say for food in Phuket. It just says for food.
Come on, dude. You think I don't know? I think I can't read my subs' minds?
Well, are you wearing pants or not?
You know what, dude? There's no reason to judge me because I already took some of the money that I got and I already double-clicked on a 100 plus, baby.
Hey,
so
I'm going to go. I'll probably go buy one of those. I have drank one of those, but not that color. So I don't.
There's yellow and white, yeah.
Well, maybe I haven't. I don't know. It tastes a little bit like a Sprite, right?
It's like Fresca. It's like Fresca, yeah.
Fresca. Well, why don't we just go back and buy a tab?
I would, actually, but unfortunately it kills rats.
Tab kills rats?
Do you remember, that was like basically the first diet soda. Do you remember how horrible that tasted?
Yes.
Oh my God. I was like, who makes this? I mean, you have to be so desperate to think that that's going to help you lose weight, which of course it doesn't. Oh, hey, that's really cool. Thank you. 32. Do I have 32. Really?
32. Let's all just sit back and think for a second. 30.
My guys will occasionally tell me how many people I got watching. I got a couple people on Twitch, which is cool. Most people come and then they leave on Facebook and then they just cruise over to YouTube. I'm not so I don't really know why I bother streaming on that, but
I'm down to 109.
109, okay.
But that was my epiphany. I realized while I was making my coffee, because everyone's in a different time zone, all we have to do is a 12-hour live stream and everyone can see.
Dude, I mean, you don't think I can do that?
Shift, you take the first shift, I'll take the second shift, and then we'll get together at the end. Well, start together at the beginning, shift, end at the end. There we go.
Yeah, we'll just all right. So now, basically, it's only Mike for the time being, and then it's going to be both of us.
And then just Rob, and that's all you're gonna get.
Oh my God!
Oh God, I thought it locked up there for a second.
No,
Hey, quit playing
I'm a
with the buttons over there.
technologist.
I'm a technologist, but I can't get my notifications.
It's kind of interesting about the. I mean, again, I did a 9-hour live stream, and I mean, my last live stream stopped at 3 hours, not because. Unfortunately, YouTube, they have technical imperfections too, and they absolutely glitched it, and they immediately stopped it. Because normally, if you lose connection, right, it'll like cache for a little bit, and then you can come back. But no, YouTube was like, forget about it. You know what? You know what my guys do? Joseph does this too, and he's really like totally awesome. Is what he does is he puts this symbol up there. See that on the screen?
Yeah.
I have no idea how he does that because I don't know how to do the. I don't know how to do
emojis. I don't know how to do the emojis
shaka
either.
But that's awesome, man. I always,
that is awesome.
Appreciate
22,
that.
0 thumbs down, only one thumbs up.
No, I got 22 thumbs up, 0 thumbs down, and then 1 shaka.
Yeah, what the hell's a shaka?
Hang loose.
I mean, I know what it is. Like, it's Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Right?
Basically. Yeah. Hang loose.
But how do you...
Everything's good. It's kind of like, it's basically the Hawaiian equivalent of sabai sabai.
But I don't see that button on my screen. How do I?
No, totally.
That
no,
button?
I don't know. I mean, my guys are absolutely incredibly talented.
No, that's Joseph. He's the only one that could do the shaka.
You see what Stuck just said? So yeah, so a normal live my ass off live stream. Absolutely. What's the longest live stream you've ever done? Couple of, because you used to do them with Kev, right? Like I remember you like being down at his house. He had that backdrop thing.
Well,
not a lot, but occasionally.
I would sit in on his live stream because I pretty much lived there. For weeks at a time, and he would do a live stream, and sort of like the one where I came in and helped to get the 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
He already had a good amount, but I thought it would be good to collaborate. It never hurts. I never think a collaboration hurts, at least not in the beginning, unless you're like Nike dealing with someone. Whoa, Tiger Woods, and then his wife throws a baseball golf club at him. There, we have to pull our contract back right now.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
So yeah, if I'm ever locked up in a Thai prison, you might want to erase some of these videos. I don't know.
I might want, yeah. Well, I have contingency plans. We have that whole list of things that happens that's labeled if Rob ends up in Thai prison, do this.
Killy, my squirrel Killy, he did the same thing. He said 91 thumbs up, 30 thumbs down, and 100 shakas.
That's great. That's very cool, dude. I'm like totally all about that.
So he knows how to do it. Oh my god! So now we have work to do when we get off here. Go Google how to do emojis.
Oh wait, hold on. See, this is what I love you guys so much, man. You just you educate people all day long. So here we go. Start by typing a colon and then some of the text for the emoji. All right. So, yeah, because I know obviously, a smiley face is like colon, right? So, okay. So if I go like this, if I do colon and then below the, hold on.
Oh, there it is. Thumbs up. I do that.
What are you talking about? I've typed a colon and now what do I do? Nothing shows up but a colon.
You start typing the word like thumb, THU.
Oh my God! Seriously? Oh, dude. Okay, so how do you do shaka? Because I got thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs underscore up, thumbs underscore down.
Oh, mine pulled up my emojis. You guys, you squirrels, you can hit the emojis, but this is a learning curve. We shouldn't do this on the live stream.
We should do a lot of things on the live stream because basically.
Hey, calm down there, Mr. Coffee.
Nah. Next station, nah.
That voice has been the same, and even we already talked about this. Even the girl that's recording the new stations, they've got her sounding almost like the old one because the old one is still from like the 70s or 80s or whenever.
They changed the voice in the MRT, and I was really bummed because Gracie and I used to always laugh about that. They're like, mind the gap. Mind the gap.
Mind the gap. That should be a T-shirt. Oh, that's a good T-shirt. When I get off of here, I'm gonna make a T-shirt. It says "Mind the Gap." Why are you frozen? Oh no, you're frozen. Mike's frozen. He when you went to mind the gap, you froze. That's not good. All right, I gotta look and see if you're. Oh, come on, Mike, unfreeze. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Let me send you. No, I don't. Do I send you a message now? I'm sorry if we have technical difficulties going. Gary's in the house. Hey, buddy. There. Whoop. There you are.
Yeah. I got to get a new laptop.
You should have minded the gap.
I should have minded. Absolutely. Do you see the size of that gap?
I'm going to make that T-shirt today.
Mind the gap?
Mind the gap. What train system is that? The MRT?
Well, they actually also say it now on the BTS. They only used to say it on the MRT, but yeah, it's basically
I'm gonna make a shirt today. It's gonna be Bangkok, Thailand BTS system. Mind the gap.
Do you do those yourself, or do you have a graphics guy? Because I suck at graphics, and I want to make a live my ass off type of something. I don't know whether I want to do a T-shirt or a hat or or a Speedo, But like, do you have a graphics guy, or are you good at that?
The original graphics that I have for my YouTube channel was done by someone else.
Okay.
But when I do the T-shirts, I do those myself. But to answer your question, I would consider Fiverr one of these.
Yeah. No, I've done
where
that
you get some kid over that's probably 12 years old that can do it in 3 seconds because they were born with an iPhone in their hand.
Amazingly creative. Yeah, totally. Mm-hmm.
And you pay them $5 and they create 3 different versions and you pick the one you want.
See, now Patrick knows what time it is right here. He's like, Mike, obviously you're going to have a bum gun.
No, you were supposed to have the toilet seat.
No. You have the condoms. I have the bum gun.
Yeah, well, the condoms, learning curve on the condoms. Don't put your face on the condoms. Put your logo really cool on the condoms. Don't put your face on the condom. But I tell you, the Thai, I could say this. The Thai bar girls love those condoms. I give them out like I just.
In what aspect?
They love the condoms because it saves them money and they think it's funny.
For her pleasure?
That rhyme. No, it's for their business.
If you've just joined the live stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, 2 hours and 17 minutes. We started talking
let me just click on this. I wonder what these guys are going to talk about. The Thai girls love those condoms.
I don't know why. I mean, they don't even have penises. Well.
You're just going to the wrong bars. Open your mind, for God's sake, Wagner.
I've never done a video on ladyboys up until this point. No.
But since Mike's here.
Oh, well, since Mike's here, we have some someone that with some. No, I can't.
Here it comes. I was like, I opened the friggin' door for that guy.
No. Well, we did talk about playing pool with ladyboys in Pattaya.
Yeah, now, that was hilarious.
Now, I tell you, if there's nothing else that in your deathbed, in our deathbed, if we're back somewhere in America, which we probably will not be, but let's just say, and the nurse comes in, and we're getting senile, and she says, "How are you feeling?" And we're like, "Okay," and you just say, "Did I ever tell you that story where I was playing pool in Thailand in Pattaya with ladyboys?"
With ladyboys, yeah.
She will listen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's like, "Go ahead."
You know what's funny is when I came over here, before I came over here, there were guys that, of course, had never been over here. I don't know if you got advice from people about Thailand who had absolutely never even been to Thailand and couldn't find it on a map, but I did. But one of the things a couple guys would say is, be careful of the ladyboys over there. And I'm like, why? What are they going to do, attack me? And then, of course, the big joke, right, is that the most beautiful women in Thailand are men. But
true.
Not over. Oh, here's why I really, Daniel just gave me $5 and I really appreciate it because it's definitely for the new laptop fund. I need a new laptop, and for some reason I am just really lazy. I'm not necessarily a cheapskate. One could argue potentially I am, because the laptop I use.
One out.
Well, okay, to be fair, yes, I have picked one out. I know exactly the one I want. Unfortunately, for some reason, and I assume it's an import thing, the Intel i7 processor that I want in these things, it's like unavailable. Now, I could go AMD, and I almost did, but it seems like all the reviews, the thing heats up like a mother.
No. I have been trying to purchase a graphics card for my son's computer, and because of Corona, all the factories in China were shut down, and that's where they make all these components. So, but I did get it ordered today, so maybe just another week, and then everything's back to normal.
Did you go NVIDIA?
Yeah. What
kind of graphics card did you get? Did you get it NVIDIA?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. RTX 2070.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, RTX 2070.
What does it have, like?
Super.
Does it have like 8 gigs of RAM on the board?
8 gigs. And that's the outdated one now. I mean, you should see what's out there now.
Yeah. But again, they're like $800.
Yeah, but go back. Yeah, you're going to get your computer when it's available.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, for some reason, I got a buddy. He's a CEO of a tech company, startup, and he always goes back to he hates when he had to buy laptops in Thailand because of the keyboard. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't really think because it's got the Thai characters as well on there, right? And I'm like, I don't think that would really distract me. I mean, I can pretty much type without staring at the keys.
My HP, my first computer I had over here is that keyboard with the Thai, and it never bothered me at all.
Doesn't phase you. Yeah, that's what I figured too. Was there any? Your second one, what are you running on? You're running on a Mac right now, right?
Now I'm on a Mac.
MacBook Pro or Air?
Pro.
That's pretty nice.
But
how much RAM?
I'm getting. Oh no. Crap. I forgot. I don't know off the top of my head right now. But this Mac was built in 2015.
Okay. Yeah. So it's getting up
the
there.
last model that you could actually put in the discs, without buying
the CD.
No. The
it's that thick.
Not micro disc, but just the
SD,
disc.
the wide SD thing. Yeah, that is a nice feature. I completely agree with that. I'm not really, I mean, I'm going to probably buy a PC just because it's like, I mean, Macs are kind of ridiculously expensive. They're just overpriced. But man, I miss iMovie. iMovie is, I mean, if talk about basically free software, I thought iMovie was great.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have. So iMovie is the free version of what's their expensive? What's the crap? Brain fart. What is their software for editing?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I can't think of the name of it right now.
Something. Anyway, yeah. So, but yes. iMovie is a really, really nice free
Final
software.
Cut Pro. Jesus Christ.
Final Cut Pro. Yeah, man.
That is dynamite software.
One of these days I'm going to remember. I don't know what.
One of these days you're going to be so old you're going to be telling nurses ladyboy stories, for God's sake.
You ever play pool with a ladyboy in Pattaya? Let me tell you what happens.
In fact, you just dump up my colostomy bag and I'll tell you the long version.
That's probably going to be the next hillbilly story time. Let me tell you about playing pool with a ladyboy in Pattaya.
7 years ago, I was with Ladyboy.
I thought she was a tall lady, but I was wrong.
Isn't it funny when you see like a tall woman in Thailand? I mean, what do you? The first thing I think of I was like, oh, that must be Ladyboy.
I feel sorry for her at first,
unless she's really attractive.
No. That's even worse because.
Oh yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
She's always having to tell people I'm not. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but you'll see a lot of women's profiles on date apps or date sites, and the first thing out of their mouth is "I'm lady, 100% lady."
Yeah, not
because
ladyboy.
They get that question all the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm. And the ones that are ladyboys, that's the first thing they say too, right? I'm ladyboy. If
they want to, if they've had their profile up for a while, they got smart. at first they probably didn't put "I'm a lady boy," and then they saw all the backlash. So then they just go, "I'm lady boy." Let's just start off with that. Yeah.
I was talking with the guys the other day because one of them asked about Boracay. Can I meet girls there versus like go to Pattaya or something, or not Pattaya, but versus Thailand, somewhere in Thailand. And, of course, I'm biased because I met Gracie in Boracay, but the point is that was like 4 years ago. And I haven't had like, Badoo. I use Badoo. I never really used Tinder because I found that the results from it were ridiculous.
Gracie, he's only speaking as a beta tester. He's never actually used it.
So here's the thing. When you ask me, do I know about TikTok? When these new ones come, I absolutely use them. I mean, not new dating ones, but when like a new app comes out or whatever, I get on, I check. Like, I cannot understand why in the world it is so popular to have these phone-based apps that, aren't like 16 by 9, but they're and the girls just like sit there. And then all of a sudden these like flowers pop up, whatever. They don't say anything. I mean, they're attractive, but it's like, okay, look, there's attractive girls everywhere. And these guys will watch them for hours and hours and hours. And I'm like, I just don't get it. So like Up Live and Live It and all of these other ones that are like live streaming, I don't understand it. But again,
someone sent me a link yesterday. They said, this is a new YouTuber. She has over 1 billion blah, 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 blah views and stuff like that. And this now this I understand. I'm very jealous of it because for a sexy woman to do a no bra challenge, and then all they have to do is be
just
pretty and
sit there
in front of the camera and play a video game in a very revealing outfit and millions of views. And really? I know if she's monetized, how much money she's probably getting.
Right.
Hey, bravo, kudos. But
interesting.
But going back to the TikTok, where most of the people just take pictures of themselves and put it to music, and that's it. That's it.
It's just like a slideshow. Yeah.
Or a message. I saw one girl. She was just dancing. She put it to music. She was dancing to the music that she put it to, and then writing messages at the bottom, "How to be a millionaire" or something like that.
You're right. Sell real estate with no money down.
Yeah. Buy a house, rent it, mortgage another one, rent it, but she's Airbnb. Dancing the whole time.
Well, have you ever seen those YouTube videos where they show like the woman? She's like a meteorologist, but she's in like Russia, and like as she's giving the thing, she's like taking her clothes off.
Oh yeah, Russian.
So ridiculous. Yeah.
Oh my
totally.
God.
It's hilarious.
And the Hispanic Mexican weather women, they do that too. Imagine Selma Hayek telling you the weather.
I don't even know who that is. I don't even
know who that is. Selma Hayek?
Sure, I know. Wow. I don't know.
Well, you did drink your way through that. Yeah, you forgot.
When was she around? I stopped drinking when I was in '92.
That's about right.
Okay, fair enough. No. Fair enough.
She was huge back in the '90s, but
early '90s.
And then when she started a family, she's an actress, but.
Okay. All
right. For everyone watching Mike's channel right now, please send him a picture of Selma Hayek, or at least a link. Send him a link, and then he'll go, "Oh, she was my 5th grade school teacher." Yeah.
You know what was funny? My high school English teacher, I had a crush on her, but she was Anna Rehnquist, and so she was Judge Rehnquist's daughter, and or daughter-in-law. And what was so funny is that, I mean, I had a crush on her, and it was obvious. I didn't not tell her, but we would like talk or whatever. And what was crazy is that she was actually considering going to the prom with me. And
wow.
Yeah, and now that I think back on that, I'm like, well, it would have been fun. I mean, because she was very cool. She was very cool. One of the best teachers I ever had.
And you were tall.
I've been like 6 feet since I was, probably like 16, 17, 18, something like that.
So that helps.
Yeah, but eventually she said, no, we can't do that.
Oh yeah, because she told it to one of her girlfriends, and her girlfriend says, "Yo, no." No, 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 no. You know, there's women getting ready
Legally,
to go
you
to prison
probably
for
have
this,
someone who
right?
could help you out of this situation. However, that's
If
the
you've been
card you only
accused,
want to play.
if you've been accused of a law breaking that you did not commit, please call 1-800.
1-800-NO-MIC.
Wow. Oh my God. Johnny Law.
From Dusk Till Dawn, The Art of Seduction, George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, that's all her movies. Yeah.
That's okay. Got it.
Fools Rush In. That was a good movie too. You'll find her later.
I'm watching her like with a snake
Oh,
around her or something like that. She does
yeah,
not look familiar.
That's from the Quentin Tarantino one.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
If you don't, fine. You remember Farrah Fawcett, right?
Oh my God. Yes.
Just checking. Do you have that poster? Did you have that poster?
No, I didn't. And I'll tell you what, my
did.
buddy. Did you really? And you know what's funny is my other buddy Rob also had that poster, and I'm like, what are you gonna do with this thing?
With nipples.
Oh, is that what? Okay, I got it. Yeah, that's. I guess I remember that.
Farrah
Yeah, she was in like that bathing suit, right?
Yep, the red bathing suit. Holy moly.
The red. Yeah, the famous. Okay, got it. Yeah,
That's probably what started Baywatch.
Yeah, that was hugely popular. That was. He did a great job with that thing.
Not that we're off topic, because Farrah Fawcett and Baywatch
Jesus God.
in Thailand.
My God, I love it. Do More Hike comes on my channel, and he's an awesome guy. But he now jokingly asks me, "So what's the topic going to be?"
Yeah, Farrah Fawcett.
I'm like,
Sarah,
Farrah Fawcett, basically.
yeah,
I mean,
Fawcett.
no judgment.
Selma Hayek.
All right, so let me ask you this. So maybe you don't use them, and I'm not going to joke around about it or whatever. Ha ha ha. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. But obviously, you have a bunch of single guys that show up in Phuket or reach out to you about Thailand or whatever. So the new dating apps, like, is it still Tinder? Is it still Date in Asia? Is it still Thai Friendly? Is it still Badoo? Those are the ones I know about.
I don't use them now, but when I got over here, I was told, this is 5 years ago, that Badoo was the popular one.
Yeah.
And then on the computer, like most of my subscribers usually use their computers more than their phones. It would be read them off again. What was it again? A couple of the dating ones.
Thai Friendly, Date in Asia.
Yeah. Those. Like the website. One of those, I forgot which one it is. Thai Friendly, I think maybe. You can type a sentence and then you have to wait like 10 minutes before you can on
the free version. The free version, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But of course, all our viewers are wealthy, so they're going to buy the elite package.
You know what's funny about that is that there are some things that I buy foolishly that cost like $50, $100, $300, whatever. But man, I will be on the internet, and if I'm like, this jackass wants to charge me $6.99, how dare he, for an entire year subscription of something that'll only hold 85 gigs of data? How offensive. Yeah. But it's ridiculous, right?
I'm with you on that. I am so with you on that. Like, I completely, Matthew and I were talking about this the other day, because the people that wanted to help feed the elephants, he created a database for $3 or $3,000, whatever you want to spend to help feed elephants. It's up to you. And that's true. For some people, they would look at feeding the elephants for $3 would be too much. He said it this way: $3 is too much, and for other people, $300 would not be enough. I mean, it's just, it's your mentality, and I'm with you. Like, especially once you've lived in Thailand for a while. At first, you come over here and it's only $20, which is
that's your classic.
It's only $20. Right. But then after you're here a while, you go down to your coffee shop, like you were quoting coffee prices yesterday. And I was thinking, okay, you got your first one for 30 baht. That sounded fine. I think that's what you said. And I think the second place you were at, maybe it was 80 baht. Which
85, yeah.
Yeah. So
80, 85, yeah.
If I will go to 7-Eleven and get 14 baht coffee.
Oh, yeah, sure, of course. But I mean, again, I was, you saw where I was, right? I mean, I don't go into 7-Eleven and be like, oh my God, look at all this beautiful foliage. Great, a really nice swing. A koi pond. So,
but You're right. There's sometimes where you're looking at something, and I'm with you on this, especially when it comes to software.
Mm-hmm.
Example. I use an app on my computer to rip videos from YouTube when I want to
Sure.
use. All right. It's free, but
Mm-hmm.
every so often they'll say, if you like this, you can donate if you would like to us.
Right.
And it's such good software that I actually do. I like
There you go.
$2.
Good for you.
Because it's never glitched out on me. It's never broken.
Nice.
And they're giving it to me for free. So I'm paying it forward. Now,
there you go.
If they had told me to use this, you're going to have to pay $2. Never.
You would have gone onto Google, searched for another one.
No. I would no. Not a clue.
I get it.
Here we go. Don't elephants eat like 500 baht in grass? Yes. Elephants eat about 10% of their weight daily. It's a crazy amount.
Isn't that what with the interview? What was his name again? Matthew, you said? Matthew, yeah. I think I remember him saying, they're like, oh yeah, they only eat like about 500 or 600 pounds of food a day, something like just off the cuff.
Yeah.
Was that right? It's like 500. That's crazy.
Yeah. He said, don't elephants eat 500 baht? I don't know. I know it costs $500 a week in grass, only in grass, to feed some of the elephants in some of the sanctuary. I mean, of course, what they do is they let the elephants roam and eat freely, but they also have to supply it in the smaller areas. Like here, there's not that they live on the side of a mountain, so yes, there is stuff to eat.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to have a balanced diet. They can't only eat grass, so they have to give them, fruits and bananas and I forgot what else they said that they feed them. I'm not the elephant expert here, but I know when they told me how much pounds that they were eating a day, one elephant, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's just constant.
So, they rely on donations and that sort of thing. I mean, did you ask him, maybe off camera, like, has he ever gotten to the point where it's like, dude, like in 3 days, we're going to run out of elephant food because we only got the 2,700 pounds like left over? I mean, it's got to be tight sometimes, right? Or do they just have an unlimited?
He asked me 2 months ago if I could help out in any way. Could I give him a shout out? And Corona had just hit. And I said, man, I'm strapped. One, I just lost Kevin. We just lost Kevin, and we just did that fundraiser. And then Corona hits, and then people are out of work now. And he's asking me, can you help out with the elephants? And I'm like, I'd love to, but
bad timing,
I just don't. I don't know where to cue it in the list of. And I don't want to make all my videos about, hey, can you please help? I don't want to be Sally Struthers.
Yeah, sure. Right now. For only the price of a cup of coffee.
For only the price of one Coca-Cola a day, you could feed 16 little, I don't know, rats. I don't know. Can you hear the rain?
I just heard that. I was like, "What's that?" Yeah, we don't get that. I mean, we do. I mean, you've lived up here. It does get intense. But I'm trying to find. Well, yeah, it's pretty directional. It's got a pretty tight pattern. I'm trying to find the video you did on him because I want to go all the way to the end and find out his date of birth. I know it's in October, but I can't remember.
Who?
Kev.
Oh, his date of birth.
It's all right. We could find it, but I know it's in October. Is the short answer. And
no,
so,
it's not October. It's 8th.
Okay. Well, then, sorry.
August.
You sure?
No.
What's the video called on your channel that where you basically announced that he had passed that day? What should I search for? Passing, or maybe it's probably in the last 20 videos.
I got to go look it up myself. I don't remember what I named it.
Oh, you have 670. I just was going to say you have 673 videos. You know what's crazy? This video you and I are doing right now, this is video 500 for me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you do a lot of videos.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I do any more than. I mean, think about it, right? So, like, I mean, you've been doing this for 5 years, and obviously you have one topic, and you stick onto it, which is Thailand. But unlike me, I mean, I'm all over the place. That's what I meant. But
where is that?
5 years. I'm trying to think when I started doing videos. Probably a little bit after that, So I bet at this stage of the game you had 500, meaning this amount of time in.
Well, it's funny. I can't find that video that you're looking for some weird reason right now.
I'm trying to. Okay, there we go. So uploads.
Find my own video. Wasn't a live stream, was it?
Live lockdown stream. Oh, good point. It might have. No, it was not, because at the end, what I'm looking for is the still that you had. It was basically the R.I.P. rest in peace.
No, okay.
And
it was
has
a live
birthday
stream, and it was the thumbnail. So if the title of it was just Kevin Burt.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just the thumbnail. It's on the thumbnail.
Okay. Because I remember seeing that at the end. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Kevin Burt, R.I.P. All right, cool. So, and then, of course, the first thing you do for the live stream is you close the door so the hinges don't show up. No. Wait. That's not right.
How many people are watching right now? I have 100.
I got like 20-something.
I'm down to 96. I'm boring them to pieces.
Well, to be fair, I mean, and I will say, Rob, I really am excited that your guys came and watched, because I know that you're not the live stream guy. Like, if someone comes to my channel and they're like, "Oh, Mike's doing a live stream," well, they're like, "Okay, right, that's he does that." But and Enrique, I wanted to say thanks a lot for coming by, buddy. I really appreciate it. If you guys don't know Enrique, if you're very focused on Thailand, then Enrique is very focused on the Philippines, but also Vietnam. He's had some experience over there. So anyway,
he's a world traveler.
He is a world traveler. What I wanted to do, though, is I wanted to basically just say, and we can talk about this because we still have some time. But if his birthday is in August, then I don't know if this is going to work out so good, because we basically wouldn't have the attendance that would potentially be awesome. But basically, I think we should meet at the Hideaway on his birthday and just reminisce. Because
you and someone else
I threw that in the comment. Yeah, I threw that in the comment on the
and that was brilliant, because a lot of people said, "Hey, why don't you damn door hinges? Why don't you go to the Hideaway and do a meetup in Kev's name?" And I felt really uncomfortable with that for some reason.
Really?
Well, I know everyone thinks when they think of me and him together, they think of two best buddies together, and that's fine. And Kevin would never have a problem with me doing this, not at all. I mean, he enjoyed whenever I came to the meetups. But it just felt weird to me to go there and him not be there.
Yeah.
No, as if Elvis has left the building and I'm trying to fill the shoes of Elvis. Mm-hmm. But the birthday party idea, that sounds wonderful. Because then I'm just there at Kevin's belated birthday party, if he had been there. Yeah. So it would be a celebration. So I'm on board with that, and so we'll see if the air flight travel and everything.
So if you look at the screen, I can see the video that you're talking about, and it's in the thumbnail. What I can't do is make the thumbnail large enough to read the damn date, and the minute I click on the video, it starts playing the live stream. So how maybe you can go into YouTube Studio or whatever. But the point is that I was, again, I've got the rose-colored glasses, right? So the minute some troll says something, I'm like, who would do that? Why would you say? But nonetheless, someone commented about the fact, you're milking this Kev thing. You shouldn't be talking. I'm just my God. But my point is that if we plan it now, especially if it's in October, if in fact he was born in August, then this may just simply not work, and we'll just simply do it next year. But the other thing, too, is that I think this year he would have been 60. Is that accurate, or is that next year?
I think so.
I think he was coming up on 60. Oh, there we go, Damo. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate it. August 26th, 1960. So, so this year he would have been 60. Right. And I just put it up on the screen. And so anyway, that I mean, the reality
thanks to
is
whoever
that
did that, because it was a technical nightmare for me to try. I'm trying to move screens around and find it too. And
no, totally.
oh man,
Damo and Joseph, thank you guys.
Two
really
monitors would be very helpful if you're doing this all
Dude,
the time. Right?
I'm telling you what, I got to do that because I mean, again, at the end of the day, a monitor is like $200. It's only $20.
It's only $20, man.
It's only 1,000 baht. Suck it up. So, okay, well then I don't think that that's going to realistically be able to happen. I mean, literally maybe the only people that could show up to that thing are people that are living in Pattaya and you and me. Which is not, I mean, again, you could argue that the only people that show up at the Hideaway Bar anyway are people that live there. People come in, tourists show up. Yeah. But, that's actually a good question. And you would probably get a lot more accurate response on that than I would on my channel. Because, of course, you've been there like, 3-4 times for some meetups?
Oh, man. I lost count.
Well, when you were living there, yeah, I'm sure it was, yeah. But
yeah, I can't believe I said I was living in Pattaya, but I actually was. I didn't even
the dark
mean to.
side, though. Dark side, right?
Well, yeah. No, what I mean is I never lived there. I just, hung out with Kevin so much, but I stayed there for, a whole year.
Yeah, no, totally. I know. I mean, that was a long time.
Oh,
so I don't know.
One of my guys says, Rob, Mike's Mexican restaurant. Wish I was there right now for lunch. Man, that's a good place.
Where is that exactly?
In Pattaya.
No, I know, but yeah.
I don't know the name of it. You just Google Mike's Mexican restaurant in Pattaya, and you'll see it. It's on the Google map. But they do the American Tex-Mex, everything is just like Mama used to make.
You know what I like, and I'm actually met the guy who's the owner, Bronx Pizza in Pattaya.
Oh, I've never eaten there.
Yeah,
because it was very expensive. I thought it was expensive.
What? Oh well, yeah, but I mean, dude, good pizza in Thailand is expensive everywhere, right?
Yeah. Well, Kevin and I we went there.
Okay. So it's over. It's on the way to Jomtien.
And I think, well, the one that we went, I don't know if it was New York pizza or Bronx pizza. I don't know. But we walked in, and it was going to be 600 baht or something a pizza. And people that don't know, Kevin wasn't cheap with, just like we were talking earlier about some things like camera gear and all. He loved that. But when it comes to just normal everyday stuff, he was as cheap can get. He wasn't going to spend 600 baht on a pizza.
That's true. Yeah, I remember having those things.
Which I wouldn't either. I mean, here, even in Phuket here, to get a good pizza, you're looking at 300 baht. And I'm not saying it's New York. It's not a Boston pizza in New York. It's not a big pie like pie.
Rob, focus. Southern accents are your forte. Stick there.
Okay.
South of where Dukes of Hazzard was filmed. Just keep there.
Daisy Dukes. Yep. You're right. I understand. I'll shut up now.
Did you ever? I mean, I know this is. I'm actually asking this seriously. Did you ever chew tobacco?
I have.
And is that because your buddies do, or did rather, when you were living back there because you grew up there?
I think someone. I was probably, I don't know. This is going to sound bad. Yeah, I was probably 15 years old, and somebody was doing it, and I thought, well, why not try? Because I don't think I was smoking cigarettes. Maybe I was. I started smoking cigarettes when I was 15.
Okay.
And so I probably tried tobacco. And oh my God, I did not know that chewing tobacco, how addictive that can get. You just don't have a clue because it's so disgusting and nasty looking.
It's gross. I've looked at it and I'm like, I cannot imagine putting that in my mouth. It's basically like shredded poop.
Right.
But did you put it in your thing there, or did you have the little packets that are covered in paper or cloth?
Well, that's
or something?
snuff. That's called snuff.
No, not the stuff you chew in your nose. Aren't those little? Aren't they little white?
They call the snuff for your nose too, but no.
Oh, okay.
You have Skoal and Copenhagen in the little tin,
Yeah.
You take it, just a pinch between your cheek and gum, and it burns like
I've heard.
like hell,
yeah,
man.
it's like a numbing thing, kind of thing, right?
It's like the first time anyone drinks alcohol, and they say, "Oh," they don't say, "Oh, that's good."
Well, it depends what your disposition is, but I understand what the
No.
average person
I
does.
remember being a child of 15 and my first taste of scotch, and I kept thinking, I like butterscotch. Butterscotch really good, so I'm
So
going to
this
like
should be good.
scotch. And I poured a big old juice glass for me and my friend. And we both took a sip of it. We're like, you can have mine. I don't want it.
Now, okay, to be fair, I do remember like the first time I tasted alcohol, meaning that my dad was like having a drink at, afternoon, evening, something like this, and I tasted it, and of course, believe it or not, my first statement was, my first thought was like, how do you get this into your body? I mean, because it was so like, it's like drinking gasoline, right? I mean, it was like a, now that was when I was very young. After the age of 14, I was like, how much of this can I afford right now, regardless of the product?
Yeah, I'm glad I never became I love my beer, but I never became a drinker of whiskeys or scotches or vodkas.
Oh, you're a beer guy?
What most people drink, because it gets the job done quicker and faster.
Yes, it's very efficient.
Yeah. And
until you find cocaine, that's pretty good.
Well, and I never found that either.
Thank God.
I am pretty G-rated, to be honest, but I'm
That's
Disney approved.
Mm-hmm.
Or hello.
Now that they're open again?
I don't know. No.
Yeah, so Disney reopened. That was the thing. I'm sure they have crazy things in place. But again, that was the headline. Disney reopens. But it was also sort of in conjunction with like how well Netflix is doing, that sort of thing. But
Kelly says Red Man chewing tobacco. Oh my God.
Red Man. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, you're bringing back some stuff now. Actually,
how long did you smoke?
9 to 10 years.
Okay.
And I used to smoke and quit.
Yeah.
Then I go back and smoke again.
No, it's really easy to quit. I mean, I quit every single day. It's starting. You don't know. Well, should I have my next cigarette this morning? No, maybe tomorrow. Whereas quitting, it's like, I'll just quit right now until my next cigarette.
But what happened was, next to the last time that I tried to quit, I couldn't. I mean, and then hold on. I got to moderate this little bitch. Sorry.
Don't you have moderators on your thing? I got a couple on mine.
No, they've all went to sleep.
Yeah, Damo's a moderator on mine.
All right.
Kodiak Chew, says Justin. Oh my God, yeah, Kodiak. I can see the logo and everything now. That's funny.
So yeah, when I found it
nice,
not easy to quit smoking, then I had to I said, no, I'm not going to let this control me. And so the last time I quit was the hardest, and I never touched them ever since. No.
Good for you.
No.
Yeah,
I don't mind drinking a beer, and what I was saying earlier about chewing tobacco, which you would have never thought. You would never think I never would have thought that would be an addictive taste.
Yeah,
but
because it just tastes so gross, right? Yeah.
Once you got started on it, oh my God. I mean, you crave it. Just crave it. It's crazy stuff. And it's so poisonous you can't even swallow.
Right.
I mean, how crazy is this?
No, you'll throw up. I'm going to put this in my mouth, but if I swallow it, I'm going to to throw up.
You'll throw up because your stomach.
That's the body telling you don't do this. Wow.
Oh, your body is sitting there saying, "Hey, man, you're putting poison in here. Just letting you know, it's not very good."
We're going to bring this back up the way it came in because this is a non-starter. Enrique says bubblegum cigarettes. Dude, I remember
Bing
those.
says, yeah, great way to get mouth cancer. Yeah, it will. I know a guy that he was a truck driver, chewed tobacco, that was his thing, and rotted all his gums to the point where they had to put new teeth in.
Yeah.
And they told him, they said, well, you can either quit Or if you keep going this way, we're gonna have to redo your whole jaw.
Right.
He quit. Yeah. He's like,
Oh,
well,
did
that
he?
sounds expensive. Yeah, yeah.
He
Well,
fin-
yeah.
Oh wow.
He
Okay,
was
so that was
losing. He was losing his jaw.
Ouch. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. He's one of the guys that is one of the models for the cigarette packs here in Thailand. Have you ever seen those things?
Is
What?
it just the rain, or is the volume went down on you? Hold on.
The volume went down on you or me?
Well, I thought
You just went up.
It's pouring down rain here, so I think it's just on my side. But I got a question. You asked me a question. What was it?
I've slept since then.
Well, I have a question from.
Good. Oh no, I asked you if you ever smoked bubblegum cigarettes.
Man, I can't hear. Hold on, I got to turn the
You
volume.
can't hear. You can't hear me, or you can't hear you.
I can't hear you. Now I'm turning the volume up. It's okay. I got a question for you. It says, "Hey Mike, send." No, it's not a question. It says, "Hey Mike, send my son some of that Thai green curry."
Ah.
How do you pronounce this? Bequia.
Bakwa?
Bequa? Kiti. Anyway, so yeah, send him some curry.
I'll get right on it, dude.
All right,
Absolutely.
on it, man.
Just
Send
give
me
me
the
your address.
PO box.
So you know what's fine, and people give me crap about this. I send postcards when I come over here, and for the most part, I send it to my mom and like another lady that I know who was basically my second mom. So I send them that, but I also send them to my buddies and that sort of thing. And as much crap as I get, people are like, "Well, I actually kind of like it." But the last time, and I got to go to the post office and try this again. The last time I went, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, there'll only be like 13 baht," and I'm like, "What? I'm used to paying like 60 to 80 baht to get a postcard back to the U.S." He goes, "Oh yeah, but they're going to go by boat now, so it's going to take 2 months." And I'm like, okay. What I'm hoping is that like the planes are working again, so we should be good.
Yeah, because when I go to the post office, when I send stuff to people in the U.S., they have already been taught to do the upsell for Express, of course.
Yeah.
But again, everyone here, they know me, so they just look at me and they go, "You want Express?" I said, "Nope." And they go, 25 baht.
To send something where? Like a package or a letter back to the U.S.?
No, just like an envelope, like a
number 10 envelope.
Yeah, back to the U.S. Paperwork stuff, not a package, of course.
How long does that take?
I don't know. I've never, because usually if I'm sending something, it's so benign. Like there is no rush for it, so I never even ask. Yeah, I'll send it something to my son or my family, and it doesn't matter if they get it. It's not time sensitive. Oh, look at me using big words. Time sensitive, like I'm still working in it. Is this time sensitive, sir?
You're still putting a tie on and going to the office.
Is this time sensitive? Miss Thailand. I don't know what that means, but Miss Thailand away.
Miss Thailand. Hey, dude, we're at 3 hours. Is that peak distance for 20 seconds in Thailand?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're on 3 hours. I think the longest. Well, the one I was with you on a live stream for 3 hours before, but I wasn't on board. I came in like an hour into it. You said, "Hey, man, why don't you just sign in?"
Exactly. That was like a 4 hour in total, and I think you were there for the last 3.
So this is the first 3 hour live stream for me with the
Nice.
pouring rain. It's 12 o'clock noon here in Thailand.
In the big mango, baby.
What do you think?
I think this is a great. I think this is a great spot to stop. It's been awesome hanging out with you, and I think we answered some questions and that sort of thing. Certainly about what the title was about, but then of course we also got distracted because I opened my mouth.
We've been all over the place. Yeah, because
that's the way it happens.
I think if I look at my screen, the people are they're signing off. So yeah,
that's cool.
If they're signing off, then I can sign off too. No, sounds good. Anything
all right,
we want
awesome.
to part of? Thanks everybody for the donations for the food. I'll get on board with that today. I'll send a message out to. Well, if it stops raining, I'll just go down and talk to Joy, and we'll start getting the funds out. So thank you so much, Kelly, for the challenge and everything. It raised a total of
plus 20 from my side. Let me know how you want me to get that to you. I'll just PayPal it to you. Just let me know how to get it there.
So that would be we'll round up. We made there's 400 US today.
400.
$400 sent today for
that's
food.
Just outstanding. That's just outstanding, dude. That's like totally awesome.
That's yeah. So I'm gonna have to, when it stops raining, not only go there, I'm gonna have to go. Not have to go. I'm gonna go to Danny's place, and I'm gonna get them money for more supplies, because Danny's is the one that's giving away the raw food, or the essential foods.
Right.
And that goes, and they do it all day. It's not just like for an hour or 300 meals.
Yeah,
it's just all you want, take all you need. And so I'll be going over there this afternoon for sure.
Awesome, dude. That's like totally cool. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. It's Mike from livemyassoff.com and
20 seconds in Thailand Rob.
Say it. I hope you're living the dream. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Take care. Bye.